and welcome to Encounter Roleplay, catching you by surprise there. We are getting going. We got a lot of shit to cover today, and we got 3 hours to get it all done in. Today we are playing Rise of the Dark Side. So let's get into it. Let's go around the cast and crew, figure out who we are, who we're playing. Let's start with our hype man. Grant, what's up, man?
Well, you know, Strider Heap, I don't have any rhymes or raps or pro wrestling promos this week. I'm cutting out all that nonsense. I'm turning a new leaf. I'm going to be the straight man of every stream. Ha! Like that would ever happen. I'm so happy to be here this week. My pneumonia has come back and has been impacting my life in very intense ways. But I'm going to bring the thunder tonight. So... our good friend Kiana isn't in chat to notify us of donations and the like, but I'm going to try to keep an eye out, and we're going to make things happen, my man. Bring in Giovanni, the Twi'lek Scoundrel
I am
Consular.
keeping my eyes open on those donations. Grant, it seems we have one person already infected by the plague. On to the person who's probably spreading the plague, covered with fungus and all kinds of germs and weird, nasty stuff. Kayla! How are you doing? Are you excited to play Spore?
Yes, I'm very excited. Yeah, I play. Were we to tell about our characters or just state our level of excitement?
Let's do it.
I'm very excited, and I play Spore, a cat-like droid covered in fungi. I'm very special and different and sassy. So.
Or at least Spore will tell you he's special and different and sassy. A perfect segue onto Queen of Sass so far. Lyra, Amber, how are you doing? You hyped up?
I love that this is my new title. It's perfect. I'm so excited to cause some mayhem tonight. Really excited to do some infiltration or whatever we're going to be doing with the Ardians. But I play Lyra, a Jedi Guardian, Twi'lek sister to Geo, the older one.
5 minutes, right?
Hey,
5 minutes older.
I'm older than she is.
Lies?
It depends who you ask.
They are, in fact, lies.
One person who would never ever lie to the rest of the party is Pow. What you see is what you get, right? How you doing?
Good. Excited to see possible mayhem, and also maybe put these children through a trial of fire that, some might not survive through. So excited to see that happen, possibly. But yeah, playing Pow, she is a Zabrak Mandalorian and is a terrifying child soldier. Basically, she's a little scary.
Terrifying, scary children. Ezla, I can't come up with something better than that. Lindy, how are you doing?
I feel like that's a pretty apt description for Ezla, honestly. Not physically terrifying, but every other sense of the word. I am super excited. I love Star Wars so much. I've been looking forward to this all week. I will be playing Ezla Kor, the totally blind girl. Just kidding, she's a Miraluka, but she's only told one other party member that. So it's a big hush secret and a great con. It's hilarious. I'm super looking forward to committing treason or whatever it is we're doing today. This is going to be great. And none of us are going to get injured at all, and it's only going to be good things.
I don't know if you're going to be committing treason. This party is impossible to plan for. So this stream will be a stream of consciousness. If you will forgive my shitty puns. Before we begin today's show, I'll remind you guys how we're sponsored.
We have a donation. Not one to Ezla, Bad Boy Grant, PvP. Look at that.
Oh no.
Did you actually, or are you just sassing me?
No.
FBI did.
Oh, that's an actual donation. Yeah. I have some really bad news. Hold on. If we're talking about donations, I got some really bad news. There's something going on with the donations today. All nat 20s and all nat 1s are doubled. I am the DM, and I have say-so to do that kind of thing. Ezla, you have 2 nat 1s to start off today's session with.
Oops.
And is how this is going to work. This is an interactive stream. If you want to help out your favorite players and characters, you can donate natural 20s, natural successes to them. And today, for every one you donate, they'll get 2. But, as Grant has shown us, it works the other way around. Every natural 1 that you donate to someone will actually net them 2 failures. Yeah. There are other things you can do. Wild magic surges. You can have monsters show up. You can have bad guys. There's actually quite a bit of shit you can do. We want to see chat interact with the game, so let's get those donations a-rolling. Let's get into it. We are using Fantasy Grounds today. They're our virtual tabletop of choice. Our roles, our assets, all of this taking place inside Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer, and 40k minis for 20% off. I believe we are ready to begin. Last time, we found you guys underneath the surface of the moon, known as Ardia. There are crystals and glowing fungi glowing out of the walls. Jedi Master Javin Brishan and his new student, Giovanno, are waiting outside, not invited, inside of the caves. Inside the caves stands our party. They have been sworn to prevent any conflict between the Ardians and the Republic. That is their mission. Voss, the leader, opens his hands, showing you the glowing hologram in front of him of his attack plans on the Republic. I saw one more donation, actually.
Wild magic surge for PAL. Advantages for everyone.
That's terrifying.
Nice.
Everyone marked down 2 advantages. I'm being nice today. If I'm going to give you 2 nat 1s, I have to give you 2 advantages too. Was that a wild magic surge? If so, I will need a D10,000 from PAL.
Oh boy.
I hope you light on fire. I hope you feel that pain.
I can't.
Helping or hurting.
Whoa, wait.
That was just 10,000.
Okay. So
We don't want that. Normally the
die?
big ones are really, really bad. I think
die?
it's die, yeah. Which consequentially might be what you're doing.
Yeah.
Voss slams his hands down on the table. He has a big expectant grin on his face.
Slash die. Oh, D.
I'll just roll it really quick.
Okay.
We got a 3-1-4-8.
Okay. E.
Grant, do you want to check that for me really quick, bud?
On Fantasy Grounds? Or on the Wild Magic table?
The Wild Magic table, please. Since you are outside with Javin.
And could you repeat the number for me, please? Because I've got to jump into the table. 3148. 3148.
Voss has this huge grin across his face, looking at all of you expectantly. Tonight, we will attack the Republic.
Alright, I am...
Lyra's just poking the hologram like, ooh.
Ooh. Don't poke that. Stop. Force smacks her hand.
Hey.
So,
We're committing treason tonight. I can poke this.
Alright, here we go.
Pay attention.
It's coming. Alright, Wild Magic Surge table 3148 is Shazam! That's 3147. 3148. This table terrifies me. So the next mount ridden by the caster is blasted to ashes beneath him.
That
So
is
the next
so
thing he
easy
gets
to
right.
use in the Star Wars campaign.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
You can't ride on my back. You can't
Nice.
get a
No.
back.
Where is Rambert? Where is Rambert at? Come here.
Oh no!
I will fight you.
The mood
Rambert is
is
a trusty steed.
the mood inside the cave is cold, aggressive, and serious. As Voss looks at you expectantly. Of course, we can expect our new family members, the Jedi, to help us in this task. You understand the Republic has to be squashed. They cannot be allowed on my planet anymore.
Have you heard
Watch
this
that.
thing called, like the Senate? And maybe if you send somebody to the Senate, then, you know, there really won't be a need for them to be on this planet anymore because you'll have a representative there. And no one will have to squash anybody.
Go ahead and roll me a diplomacy check. He
Oh,
looks kind of confused. He cocks an eyebrow.
Lyra looks
There's
equally
this thing
confused
called
at this.
politics.
Oh my god.
The Senate. Those are the rules set down by the Republic.
I am the Senate.
Can you
Sorry.
help make the rules? Please roll good.
What is that?
14? That's not all. It's not bad.
How? How can the rules and the laws set down by the Republic help us get rid of them? They said they would leave, and they are not yet gone. They are still here.
Well, as someone who just recently came from the Republic, pretty sure they're still here because there's no representative from this planet in the Republic, and they kind of feel they're like really control freaky until you like get up on their turf, like on their home turf. And if you have like a representative there, then they can't do as much to you because you're like, I'm involved now, punk.
He holds a hand
Yeah.
up to hush you. He squints his eyes. You recall the legend that the Ardians are naturally resistant to mind tricks of the Force, and they can also determine if you're lying. I asked you
I don't-
once before, why are you here? Why did you come here in the first place?
Oh, in the first place, it's so we could see how we could help you.
That is technically kind of a sideways truth. His nose
That's definitely the first.
twitches
I mean,
a little bit.
Yes, the first place. That's what we came here for.
And that is your true intention. You just wish to help us.
Hey, I'm part of the family. I want to help you guys, and I feel like if you guys attack the Republic, that they'll just send more people here because they have a lot more bodies and people to throw at things because they feel like it than we do in this family. So, maybe.
I am going to roll an
diplomatic.
opposed charisma check from him. If he rolls below you, he will start to be swayed. He tied you.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be better to embrace tradition and to die as warriors than it would be to give up and be assimilated
kill-
and lose our
if they-
cultures?
Well, if they kill everybody, then there won't be any culture to continue, and they won't. And those Republic guys are kind of shifty sometimes. I doubt they'd even like record your history. Sometimes you gotta change a little in order to preserve it.
If we are assimilated, then our culture is gone as well. You do not
I
see
mean,
the
you don't-
circular logic in your speaking?
You don't have to be completely assimilated. You just gotta
She's
send a
blind. She
representative.
can't see anything. Sorry.
He turns his head to the other three members of the group. And what say you? He looks up at Pal. You've been the best warrior amongst your group. And certainly you will jump at the chance.
Can I make a tactics roll from the just looking at the map, see how is this like a suicide mission or is this actually something that can
That is
succeed?
exactly what a tactics roll is for. Let's
All right,
do
I
it.
have a 3. 19.
19. There actually are little notes about who to send where, how many people, the entrances, the exits. With a 19, this is your life. This is what you've always studied. This is what you do. You're a warrior. You know combat. That is a good way to describe this. It's genius. A couple people are going to be able to take down dozens and dozens. But inevitably, the plan is to get into the middle of the base, blow things up, and die in a fiery explosion.
So we
I
have a
see
donation.
another
So
donation.
by my count, that's 10 net 20s for each player. With the whoa,
Whoa.
Cool.
went a little fat.
Let's see.
Who donated
Yeah.
what, please?
It went really quick.
What?
10 nat 20s for each player with the 2-for-1 deal. Fight me, players, fear nothing from Strider.
All right, let's take over the Republic now. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yes, let's
made that
go. Yeah,
donation?
let's see. We don't
You say
need
that
any
was
logic.
You say that was Greg that did that?
Yeah, it was Greg. Grimjack 21502.
Grandjack 21502, my main man, my
Look at
tag
Greg
team
breaking
partner.
the cycle of violence. I killed
Oh,
this
you
player with
didn't
nat
know?
ones earlier today.
You know, Greg, I will find you.
Greg is alive.
Greg is alive. Man, that's awesome.
Listen, dude, you just gotta believe me. Culture will be preserved. That's 20.
I believe
Well,
it. Yeah.
I might be the
Was that
bad
10
boy,
for
but
everyone
Greg
then?
is the grim man.
Yes, that's 10 for everybody.
Okay. I am going to
We're
make
gonna
a
fight.
little note really quick.
So,
You
Nothing
all
bad
have
can
10
happen.
automatic successes. You do
Oh
not
my
need
God.
to necessarily be trained in a skill to use a. Is that just my internet
okay.
kind of?
Nope,
No,
I
no, I
froze.
think it was
Oh,
Everybody
it's
froze.
back.
Cool.
So 10.
You have missed nothing. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
With
Okay.
10, all of you will be able to use that on anything. Your skill checks, even if you're not trained in the skill, battle, combat, anytime I ask you to roll a die, you can just tell me that you succeeded.
oh, I'm saving them for marriage.
I'm
Saving.
saving them for marriage. Yes, that is the answer.
So that was 75 pounds from Grimjack 21502. Jeez, my goodness. Jeez.
That is the way we keep this channel afloat, good people. Oh man.
Man.
Whew, okay.
I'm
It's
taking
easy
Greg
as a
out to lunch.
DM. I'll take him out to dinner, man. As a DM, you're supposed to roll with the flow and make everything look like it's smooth, natural. It's supposed to be happening that way. So the general strategies, I'm just gonna move up the challenge ratings a little bit. No, I would never do that.
Look at all them nat 20s in chat.
Pal, wouldn't you jump? Wouldn't you jump at the opportunity? Get back at the Republic?
You have no power here, Strider.
Sorry. Of course.
Apparently.
People are proud people. We've managed to keep the Republic at bay as much as possible, considering our history with them, of fighting them. And if you can succeed, I would have no problem pushing back a weak Republic from a planet.
This plan is guaranteed. What were we saying,
Spore
Caleb?
kind of like Spore walks in and he hesitantly puts his hand on Pal's shoulder and he's like, I don't know about this. Are you sure? This might be a bad idea. But he's like really scared to touch you, by the way. He's just like trying to be cool about it, but he's not.
And I look at Davik about that. Like, is this what we're doing?
Lyra kind of touches her scars and she says, as much as I really want to blow stuff up and take over the base and, you know, all that kind of craziness, we're family and I don't want to lose that either. I don't want the Ardians to be destroyed.
You don't need to participate if you do not wish. The
I'm
plan,
participating.
the plan is going to go ahead, but you are new, you are young, you have family elsewhere. If you wish to leave the cave, any of you can, and I won't harbor ill feelings.
I'm not leaving my
Alright.
family.
Drake Sylvac,
We need-
welcome to... Sorry. There's a pause.
Pizza heading.
I went for it.
We're going to get into competitive follower naming.
Sounds like chat. So I told them, okay, they want us to sing Duel of the Fates. I told them if they donated $100, we'd sing a song. So,
no. You speak only for yourself.
The thing is, this is not the first time I have sung Duel of the Fates back on Stream of Annihilation. When you're playing the Tomb of Annihilation game, Will and I sat outside while everyone else went inside and solved puzzles, and we sang Star Wars music. So I'm actually a veteran at this.
So it sounds like the #1 request so far. Thanks for the bits, Greyhawk Channel. My good friend Shane Suter representing in the house. So it sounds like they want Hakuna Matata. Can we make it Star Wars-y?
Oh my.
So while we play the game, I will convert the lyrics.
Okay.
All right. You guys will have a Star Wars version of Hakuna Matata.
Thank you again for the cheers. I see even more coming in.
The
This stream
Magician
has been nuts so
95.
far. Thank you, Minty. Bastion, I don't know if our engineer behind the scenes can hook us up with some kind of Hakuna Matata, but we'll get there when we get there.
My Wookiee.
I was going to say, Lindy will do improvisational xylophone music. We'll figure it out. All right.
This is why I do this. I'm having a good time today. The rest of you. He kind of looks at Lyra. You understand if there was another way, we wouldn't have to.
So you're absolutely against sending anyone with us as a representative?
Ezra, what? I just told him another way. He's ignoring me.
Lyra, you are a Jedi, and you are supposed to be a diplomat, so let's see a diplomacy roll from you.
I'm a really bad diplomat.
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah. Nat 20. Nat 20.
Yeah. Use and abuse and have fun.
Though completely immune to any of your mind-altering ways, he does see some kind of sincerity in your eyes, and he knows you're not lying when you said your family, in a way, and you don't want to see your family getting hurt. And tell me the truth. You came here to see our people represented in the Senate and the Republic, then. Hocus pocus, welcome to the party, mate.
That's totally not what I was expecting. Yes, I originally came here just thinking this was a mission, but you accepted us into your culture and you welcomed us into your family. And now it's more than that to me.
If you think it can help, I will postpone.
Please.
And then I kind of look at everyone else and I'm like, should we postpone?
Listening to your counsel. That is the least, but also the most I can offer you. Nothing else.
It's fair.
The Jedi in the past. I was always able to trust them. They did us no harm. They seemed genuine. As do you. For them, Lyra. Not for you. I will do this, but who will go? Meanwhile, I would like to set the scene outside. In front of the mouth of the cave, there are a number of children. These Ardian children have little glowing crystals growing out of their heads, sometimes as a crown, sometimes as one or two little horns, sometimes as, almost as a whole rock growing out of their cranium. The children are surrounding Jedi Master Javan and Giovanni. Out of curiosity, they've never seen a creature quite like Javan before, with his white hair and milky white eyes.
Have
And
they
the
seen one
elder.
with bodacious head tails, such as Giovanni?
Even though you've been spending time around here, the novelty doesn't seem to have worn off yet. You're known a little bit better, so though they won't touch Javin and pull on his dreadlocks, they will reach up and try to feel if your head tails are slimy, if they're dry, if they're dusty.
They're
New Jedi Master here somewhere. Nearby. Not often wrong. Javin nods his head. You know, from the stories I've been hearing, I wouldn't be surprised from the children if it turned out you had some kind of innate ability in the Force as well. Ah, not first time heard this. Why? Pardon, apology, sorry. Jedi home now. Why leave? Left first time. Now back. Javin, not being the kind to read the mission briefing, kind of turns to his Padawan. His eyes a little big. You know, I don't know why they left the last time. But, we're worried. Right, Giovanni?
Yeah. What the old man says, that's 100% the gospel. Jedi promise. And then I give a noticeable wink to Javin.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're concerned about the Republic being so nearby. We're afraid someone on some side might do something rash.
Yeah, we're worried the
Words
Republic
chosen.
might get a rash. Sorry.
Words chosen carefully. As Jedi, expecting. You think audience do rash? That was some of my concern, yes. We are working, doing our best to try to get the Republic out of here. But if the audience attacked them in the meantime, that maybe means for an all-out war. And there's really no chance even a warrior race such as yourselves could survive. Aware. Understand, already do. Giovanni and I and the rest of the kids we're looking for someone to come back with us. Someone to convince the council, not the council, but the Senate, that you're not sub-intelligent creatures. That you're a unique special species with culture and brains, architecture, all that. Architecture? Never mind, but we need someone to come with us. Inside, Voss unsheathes his axe from his back. If there's someone to be going to Coruscant to talk of war, I would have it be me.
Maybe someone with a little less.
Pretty sure they
angry?
talk more about things than just
Yes.
war. Like, you know, peace.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. As soon as they say that, yeah, like I'm feeling it. And I'm like, I'm thinking about my new robes, which I don't really have, my smoker's jacket, patent pending. You know, Javin, can I talk to you for a second? And a little private. Over here.
Will you pardon us, esteemed elder? Of
Yeah,
course.
no.
You guys can step to the side. It is just you two, not the rest of the party.
You know,
What is it, Padawan?
these guys, elder aside, They're getting armed to the teeth, man. They're planning an invasion. I promise you. I've got a hunch. I feel the force. It's gonna happen. Today's gonna be the day. They're gonna launch an all-out attack. 100% all out.
That is not good. If you have a premonition, I have come to trust a Jedi and the people around me, even the children. If you take the attack coming today,
Padawan, but if you want to call me a Jedi,
if the attack is coming today, we need to do something extreme. As Javan says that, Voss and the rest of the children emerge from the tunnel. Voss holds his axe above his head. There will be no attacking today. And all the children around kind of whisper to each other. The village elder looks relieved. He smiles. Giovanna, what was that you were saying?
it could be a trick.
Right, trick. Let's go talk to the children. The other.
Consult the children.
They're all
the
adults
children.
now.
Consult
They
the
all
children
went
on this
through
big
the-
decision.
They
Yes.
went through the rituals. They're all, even Ezla, it's like she's got grandkids now or something.
Got my new cool scar. Hold on.
You guys are standing in a big circle. The village,
Well,
the village elder
Oh,
speaks up.
Yes.
sorry, man.
got this.
You gotta get into character. No, I get it.
Yeah.
The village elder. Boss, surprised. You showing words, restraint. You show restraint? Voss frowns a little bit as if he's being antagonized. It seems as though there may be an easier way to get rid of the Republic. Voss
Diplomacy.
does
Yes,
squint and glare a little bit over in the direction of Javan and Giovanna, but it's not as openly hostile as before.
Oh, it's secretly hostile. I'm gonna kind of squint at him. Giovanna did shot for. I did shoot first. Chat. Giovanna shot first. Hashtags. Get him around.
Hashtag Giovanno's Awingus.
I guess.
Sorry, that's the one I was starting.
Oh. There's my self-esteem again.
Are we decided? So
Emotional crit.
I have that 20s. It doesn't affect me.
We have.
Oh my gosh! I should challenge this guy to like a hand-to-hand combat and out wrestle him in front of everyone. Listen
Well,
here,
we can just
Mr. Man.
we can just take the elder. We can just take the elder and go and take him as our diplomat, right?
Yes.
we can have
Him?
We need. That's
Yes.
the best
Why
strategy. I've
him?
heard.
The elder says, Me?
Yeah.
Yes, why me?
Politics.
But you're not
is-
all.
They're very delicate. They need a kindly little old man that everyone will love as a good representative of your planet. You're a little scary, okay? And we
Good.
think that the elder would be better suited for this.
My sister referred to you as Chiseled McGoodbody in her journal. Sorry, sis.
Gee.
Okay, setting
What
that
is
aside.
chiseled?
She turns like bright red.
Muscular.
I mean,
Body means body good. What's
The elder-
chiseled?
The elder
It's like-
is
It's nothing
quite
else.
Really well defined and sexy and muscular from what I've heard. I'm like,
Yes, and
What is
that's how
sexy?
that is how these children see you because they respect you, elder. Okay, so you should come with us because
Here comes the
Great.
rain. From
Voss will puff up his
Capitol.
chest like some kind of aggressive bird. I insist, Elder, if there's to be talk of war or preventing a war, if someone needs to convince these people to back down, I can do it.
oh well,
Voss,
Mr. Yes,
these-
no, Mr.
These
Voss can be
children need
wonderful.
protection.
Yes.
Who protects home? Not me. I I hadn't thought of that.
You're so
No.
strong. It'd be good if you stayed here with us. And she's still like just blushing, just like terrible.
Not a red. The blue tint of your skin is turning purple.
Purple.
Aw.
Cheeks.
Like I'm looking at Geo right now, and my head tails are just like freaking out. Like, oh my god, I can't believe you told him that.
I'm sorry, I wrote the same thing about him. We're twins. That's how I know.
I see so many swords in chat. 31.
Yeah, we're getting rated by Capital
What
V
is that?
Vice's TV. Yeah. Capital Vice's TV is rating. And
We are
we really
playing
appreciate
Star Wars, and these children are trying to prevent an all-out war between the Ardians and the Republic.
it. But if war does break out, we'll
And
win.
it's bad. We're not doing that.
We have so many net
Lots of
20s to win this war.
That's
Boss,
not.
hey,
Roll a
Stay
20
here.
to win the war.
Yeah,
Not
if war happened to break out, you'd be a really good person to defend.
Yes. And you're a good war consultant if the elder needs to consult you on matters such as that, but you should stay here and protect the planet. Wink wonk.
Wink, wonk.
It's like a very
How?
mechanical wink. Too.
Yes, like clink.
like, how long will I be gone? Javin thinks a minute. It should be no more than a couple of weeks. I mean, then he looks up at the sun you cannot see overhead. 2 days at most. Not a long time, 2 days. Can deal without me. If you insist, if you all think this is the best way. No. Family. Even though these scars connect us, if something is to happen to the elder, that would be unforgivable.
That would be very bad.
Mm.
Fortunate.
I would never forgive myself.
If anything were to happen to him, I am great at healing, so he'll be in capable, intelligent, perfect hands. So
We
You
can
are not the
protect
ones
him.
I'm worried about. Again, his eyes will flit over to Javin and Giovanna.
You keep giving me that look.
He can stay in my room.
No, he's gonna bunk with me.
No, he's gonna book with me.
Mm.
Because we're
Mm.
besties.
We need some guy time. I need a positive male role model in my life.
I thought that's what we had the ram for.
Yeah,
I thought that's what we had the Jedi Master for.
Look, I'm just so needy. Fine, you can
we
stay
have
with
walking
Lyra.
sticks. We've bonded through our use of walking sticks. Great.
Yes.
More guests.
The Elder takes a small pack. He returns a few minutes later from his main building, where he oversees the city. He has a small rucksack, has one change of clothes, and one chunk of edible fungus in it.
Aw,
Nice.
one chunk fungus.
Voss sees you guys not only out of the tunnels, but he will stand on the edge of the crater, actually braving the surface of the planet, as you don your suits and start the march to Citadel. Everything fine, boss? Well, we shall see you soon. He watches you go. As soon as you're out of earshot, the Elder speaks up. Everything fine, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
We know needing air car, right?
What?
Never before have words. Up. Never up.
It's really exciting. You're gonna be great.
I'm going to ask the party
You're awesome.
to make one last set of fortitude saving throws to cross the desert. Because of the viewer decision of the sunscreen farmer milker.
Oh yeah,
The
I've
milk
got that.
sunscreen beast. You all
I got
have
an
advantage.
18. Oh, without advantage, I got an 18.
That's my fortitude.
I did good. 22.
You're doing fantastically well, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm fine with
34.
16.
Lyra, with advantage, you can roll that one more time as well.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
Cool.
I think the lowest roll I'm seeing in there is like 15s, 18s. That is
Yeah,
plenty.
and my 15 has +3, so yeah.
I didn't pass out! Yay!
Yay! For the first
Yeah,
time.
maybe it's getting used to the suits. Maybe it's the solidarity is finally coming together as a family. Maybe you're just getting used to it and acclimating a little bit. Whatever it is, you're able to find yourselves back at the city of Citadel. It seems almost seconds after you left. The Elder, on the other hand, his eyes go huge.
What's
This is city.
Yup. This is a city.
The city is big. He nervously chuckles to himself, and his fingers tap on his walking stick.
Can I tap over and grab his free hand and like hold it? Like, it's gonna be alright. Really, I know it can be intimidating going to a new place, but we've got your back. Family's with you.
No worries. No scare. Wise child. Do best to protect you. Me.
Well, Spore pops his head in and he's like, logically, there are lots of dangers in a city. You could get pickpocketed, you could get shanked. You don't know what's
We
going to
definitely
happen.
haven't
You
been
shouldn't
thrown through a
worry.
wall.
Spore, you could get pickpocketed and shanked if you keep that speech up.
I'm just saying.
You
I'm
might
just
not even make it to the city when you see the ship.
I would
Well, we're-
appreciate a little bit more confidence in the fine people of the city, the
We've got
fine people
this.
of Coruscant, and me. As recompression happens and you're all reintroduced to the atmosphere of the city, Spore catches on fire.
Oh,
Of course.
The Elder's eyes go huge once again. And
He's
he
fine.
looks like
He's
he's
not
going
really
to question it, but
No one's reacting, so he's just like, oh, I guess it's okay.
It's fine.
he really loosens up once you get inside. It's less like the wrinkly old man trying to hobble through the desert that you've seen and gotten to know. He jogs ahead of you. His whole face is stuck into the running water troughs of all the plants that line the streets of Citadel. He's watching cars and ships fly overhead from building to building. He is spinning around in circles, trying to take in all of this information bombarding his senses. He's startled, but he's also smiling. So many people.
Just wait till we get to Coruscant. There's even more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know this many people in the whole galaxy. Not Force Awakens reference.
Well,
You guys are sniffed by the tentacle-nosed, the slimy hounds once again as you're exiting Citadel.
I give him warning for that.
The Elder giggles and seems to be enjoying himself. In fact, he's really enjoyed all of this. You all get through. None of you seem to be infected. You all get through really quick, actually. They let the dog sniff the Elder. Javin's tapping his foot, growing impatient. You know what? Hey, we're all fine, bud. You've seen us before. Hey, you're all fine. We've seen you before. You can just go through. The rest of you all walk through the checkpoint.
Sweet.
Better believe it. I
There are
walk
two
right
cloaked
through.
figures. There are two cloaked figures standing in front of Javan's ship. You recognize them as Kazim's parents, or at least the adoptive parents as the Ardian Jedi known as Kazim.
We have, I have their names. Not Farmer
Oh.
Joe.
I still have that. I took that picture. of
Crawl
him.
and Zayn.
Sounds
Got it?
right to me.
Cool. My handwriting is messy.
I have that picture of Kazim, by the way. I would like to give that to them.
You walk forward and produce your picture of Kazim. He looks almost identical to Voss. His scars, obviously similar, but going across the entire face. He has two tiny, tiny crystals growing out of his forehead and two little horns. You hand over the picture. The husband's trying to talk to you. You understand. We're not trying to stop you or slow you down. We just we want to make sure Ezla was okay. That was kind of a rough. And the wife's hand goes out and stops him. This is him. Look. What's that? It's Kazim. By the Force, that is him. Where'd you get this?
From the Jedi guy that we hang out with over there. He gave it to me.
My name is Master Javan. Javan Brishan, actually. Don't call me Master. Javan, you're the Battle Master. Kazim used to talk about you. He did. He said... Oh. He said he wanted you to be his replacement master after his died, but I think he was turned down repeatedly. Oh, there's been lots of requests over the years. I can't remember every one of them, but that's him. Apparently he was here. Yes, this looks about the last time we saw him. Well, that's not the strongest lead, but now we have something to go off of. Well, did you just look up his mission status in your computers? Javan doesn't say anything.
That's classified Jedi information.
Yeah. Plus, I tried to look, and I didn't find anything. And if I didn't find anything,
It's
Then
super
no,
classified.
so
It's classified.
Super classified.
Javan's brow furrows a little bit when you let that information go. Wait,
That's not it.
you didn't find anything? You
We
mean he's- he's
we
not
have certain
there?
levels of access to all the Jedi, archives and file stuff, and we couldn't find it in our stuff, so it's like super restricted and classified.
Well, maybe. What about you, Master Javan? You should have access to everything, shouldn't you? Javan points to the kind of slanted satellite, barely hanging on by cords on the roof of a ship. I don't have the best service. Service? This far out of in the outer rim. I don't. We don't have all the information we'd have back at the
Can't
temple.
even watch the holonet.
The worst.
Spore is
Oh,
like
I see.
squinting
Watch.
at
Controlled
Javan.
most of the,
I mean, listen.
The HoloNet? That's what Kazim said we should get, so we could talk to him. Oh, that. Yes, it's very hard to
They
get
have
that
cool
here, I guess.
audio dramas.
Got a lot of cool music on
yes,
there. We should
my-
listen to some.
Yeah.
Oh, they got cool music, they got everything, you can talk to people. You can find local gameplay groups to play tabletop games with. You can check out Encounter Roleplay, it's all really cool.
like, comment, subscribe.
Wink, wink.
We're all doing like
Like this whole time, by the way,
Get the
Spore's just been
holonet
like
today.
Spore's just been like squinting at Javan, like just he's very unsure right now of what he thinks of Javan.
Can I climb on
Javan
the Spore's
squints
back?
at Spore.
He squints harder. Robot squints.
Why are you two looking at each other dramatically?
It's
Mom
another
and Dad,
thing.
please don't fight!
It's
And
part of
I'll run up
training.
and hug before.
We're not
Guys.
fighting. We're just having a discussion.
Jedi mind discussion.
Padawan, Giovanna, what is it?
I think a song would really lighten the mood.
Yeah, we've got some great music on the ship.
It's like we
Yeah.
downloaded one song before we left, and
Bastion.
it's all we've listened
The
to
only
this
song.
whole
I
time.
bootleg this. This is vinyl. I poured wax. It all depends if the Bastion bot can be booted. So I'm going to make a repair droid roll. I think I have like +6 to this. So I got a 22.
We will see if the Bastion bot can boot up. You said you had custom lyrics, Grant.
I do for chat donate. They hit their donation.
Bastion bot, you can feel free to participate if you want to.
It's all right. Let's cue the music. It's Ezla and Lyra. What a wonderful pair. It's Ezla and Lyra. They got some booze to share. They're training to be Jedi. In solemn robes they will wear. Our sabers glow. You'll love the show. It's Ezla and Lyra. Why? When Pow was a young Zabrak. When Pow was a young Zabrak. Very nice. Thanks. She found Mandalore lacked a certain appeal. She lived as a soldier. It was a raw deal. Oh, I'm way ahead. Certain appeal. She lived as a soldier. It was a raw deal. She's a sensitive soul, though she picked Guardian. And it hurt that her friends never let her win. And oh, the shame! She was ashamed of changing her name! Of what's in a name! And she lost all the prizes! How does she feel? Every time the dark side rises. Strider, not in front of the kids. We have a mom droid. It says Lyra. Though she's just a robot boy. And I'm a Twi'lek. It's how I get all my kicks. Yeah, sing it, Grant. Our sabers glow. You'll love the show. It's Ezla and Lyra. Ezla and Lyra and Lyra and Ezla. That's all I got, guys. It's the best I can do.
That was great. This is all music
Now
just kind of
what?
like lightly drifting from the ship. So we were like,
And with
Grant,
that,
I need some way to
Giovanna dies.
reward you, but you don't need any more nat 20s and you don't need any more advantages.
I'm all right.
Oh, fantastic.
And with that, like, Giovanni just falls backwards. He's never sang in front of people before. It intimidates him. And this is where, like, we grow from, like, cub to adult lions. Oh, wrong movie.
Hey,
All
I
right,
did.
that's
You're really
come
coming
to
out of your shell, Giovanni.
I think we should just play Hakuna Matata as the background music. Hopefully we don't get
Just keep it
copyrighted.
Until we get back to Coruscant, man. Like, don't worry about it. Did those warm jungle rhythms melt your icy hearts? Oh, yes, for sure. Yeah, once you get back to Coruscant, if you can tell Kazim to just send us a message or something. We actually got the HoloNet thing working. We have a Bastion bot back home. It's top tier, top of the line. Oh, good, yes. Well, we need to make our leave then. Okay, we really do appreciate it, Master Jedis.
Thanks for coming to check up on me. I went through a wall.
I'm surprised you're walking, honestly.
Yeah, my droid mom's the best.
Maybe we should get a droid mom too.
My name's store, not Droid Mom, and you can't just go purchase one of me. I'm one of a kind. Except for that one guy, and like I kick a piece of that one away.
Everything has oh no! my boy!
Understand, city folk. Never will I do. Show tunes. We don't have show tunes back home.
Okay, do you guys have slam poetry? I've heard good things.
Oh man, I love that stuff.
Slam poetry in Audion has lots of phlegm.
Nice! I love phlegm! She should try to, like... sound basically
You guys
as German as possible.
load the elder up onto the ship. He is extremely nervous, and his hands are visibly shaking.
I hold his hand to make him feel better.
Javan will walk over to the training room. No, hold on. There we go. He hits enter. There's a small, dank cave system. You guys can see him before you take off walking inside. He points at the walls. Computer. F574. They change colors to match the Ardians. He starts spouting off numbers. The computer has a feminine voice. Yes, Master Javan. Yes, Master Javan. Yes, Master Javan. Crystals seem to be appearing out of nowhere. Fungus will cover the floor, and before long he has a passable Ardian dwelling. The elder gives him a little nod and looks quite relieved. He'll walk inside. How long? A couple days, you said? Couple Ardian days, yeah.
We've got plenty of music in the meantime, and she like goes to press.
No. Show tunes.
No.
Enough show tunes for a little while, until more donation come in.
Esla's gonna make sure she hangs out with him and tries to make him feel better by just like hanging out with him and like holding his hand, be like, "It's gonna be okay."
You can feel the ship start putting into the air. As it does, as you guys leave the atmosphere, there's a little undulation. Once you're in space, and Artie is nothing but a little red dot behind you. Let me know before we go. Brace self. Master Jarvan's ship, though having a hyperspace jump drive, does not seem able to actually use it, as 95% of the ship's power goes to the training room. It's a couple days' trek back to Coruscant. Occasionally, the Elder will leave the little training room, but quickly returns. It might seem a little claustrophobic in there, but he doesn't seem to mind. In fact, it makes him seem safe.
To teach me the ways of his people while he's in there.
Just like that in that voice, too.
Yeah. Teach me what you know. You're so cool and wise and old.
Why, wisdom, intelligence, old. It comes with age.
Yeah. I'm trying to like help myself out by getting a head start, so please teach me. Please,
Already. Wise. All of you. Wise, very wise children.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Wise?
I'm wise.
I don't feel very wise.
Wisdom, not intelligence. Two different stats.
Stats.
They're called ability scores.
First edition. Only knowledge I have.
Yeah,
I'm
so
a
basically
man
that's what you do.
accuser. Are you a fighting man?
1001
Ezra, I would-
questions.
What?
What?
Oh, I was gonna say, I imagine that you and I would also be like playing like gambling card games and stuff like that, and then look over
maybe a little
at
bit.
him
Are the
and
decks
be like,
mixed up?
"Oh."
Probably.
The days pass rather quicker this time.
Sorry.
When returning home, you can sneak your booze, you can play your card games. When you get back to Coruscant, you enter the atmosphere. There's a large number of Republic vessels floating around the planet, as they always do, just keeping some kind of lookout. You're with the Jedi Order. They are not questioning of you whatsoever. You fly over the Jedi Temple. Javan stands up and pops his back, breathing in sharply. Okay. We have a representative. Someone from the Senate is going to meet us on a landing platform right next to the temple, and, well, that should be it. They'll have him talk in a couple of our days. It'll still be daytime on Ardia. And then we can take him home, regardless of the decision. So,
Okay.
good job on a first mission well done.
Thanks.
I know you're not all technically Jedi, but the help is appreciated. And believe me when I say, I feel closer to you than you all know.
I beg your
You
pardon.
find yourself...
That's exactly what
He won't...
Say it. Wrong pipe.
There does seem
What's
to
in the
be
hot
some kind
pockets?
of... does seem to be some kind of meaning in what he's saying, but he won't extrapolate any further. As all Jedi, even Javan likes to be cryptic.
Hey, Lyra.
Yeah.
How's my scar look?
Looks
Does it look good?
sweet.
It's our
Yeah.
first time back in Coruscant, being adults now, so I wanted to make sure it was all snazzy.
I think we could
Last time I
definitely
saw
go
it
to some
was
bars and have some
a
street
little bit
cred.
more.
Nobody's gonna mess with
Sorry.
us with these kind of scars that we've got.
Nobody.
I don't have any scars. I have never been
No?
harmed in battle.
Well, good for you, Mister. I've never
little
been thrown through
fasteners.
a wall.
The little fasteners on the top of the his Jedi robe start coming undone. No, check it out. And yeah, if I was dead, no one would have been thrown to a wall. Would have stopped that thing way before then. He has his training garb on underneath as the robe hits the floor, and his body is utterly flawless. No hair grows on him. He can't grow facial hair or body hair, but there's not a mark, a scratch, zit anywhere on him. He seems to
That's
take
a man
pride.
who has not lived life.
He takes pride in his immaculate body. As the ship lands, he will quickly adorn his robes again. You guys can feel the ship lift up a little bit.
His body.
That's and it's highly inappropriate.
It's not all appropriate. You're all adults now. It's natural. It's a normal kind of thing.
Oh no.
I'm an
No.
adult.
No.
Gina's not. Neither is Rambert.
Gavin, I
You
just
can
want to let
feel-
you know your body is immaculate with not a zit on it or a single hair out of place. In fact, there was very little hair.
Not a single hair on it, actually.
Not a single one.
Tried to grow a mustache when I was your age. Infuriated me. Was unable to.
Yeah, I'm
But,
15.
That's not the Jedi way. No infuriation, no pride. You just You are one with the Force.
Jedi way.
So proud of
Oh,
these
you seen
scars.
the old fat man? He has a beard. You guys joke. Javan is certainly not the average Jedi you've seen. But even as the landing ramp hits the ground and pushes the ship up a little bit, the broken hydraulic pistons wheeze and whine under the weight of the ship, and it even wiggles a little bit as he walks down. The Jedi are not supposed to show too much emotion. I think jokes are fine, but don't let your emotions control you. Be like me.
Be
Yeah,
like
kind of.
Javan.
Hot Pockets?
There's much more noise here on Coruscant. The Elder looks a little nervous, stepping out of the ship. There are ships flying overhead, but this time not one or two. There are thousands. As the millions and millions of residents on Coruscant that live in this particular part of the city commute overhead. Javin smiles when he sees you helping the Elder. He walks forward, and there is indeed a man standing on the far side of this landing pad. The landing pad attached to a bridge. One side of the bridge enters the military, the Republic base. The other one goes into the Senate. Javin freezes in place and doesn't take another step. The smile fades from his face until you see nothingness. The man standing across from you is a Quirmian. He is well over 10 feet tall, but most of it is neck. He has a head no larger than yours, and a body not much taller. But his neck raises his head up, almost like that of a giraffe, well above you. He's wearing very colorful garb. His silk robes, all kinds of colors from yellows to greens to blues. He approaches, 2 pairs of arms folded in front of him, each hand adorned with a silk glove of a different color. He walks up with a smile on his face. It is good to see my plan worked out after all. And this must be the Audion himself. Javin says absolutely nothing. The Quirmian leans forward, and you can't understand what he's saying. He's speaking a strange dialect full of throaty phlegm noises. Negakra Schlock, Senator Bolera, at your service, Elder. He reaches one of his 4 hands out and shakes the Elder's hand. Impressed. Your Ardian good. My galactic common, not bad.
It's passable.
Can I make a synth motive check on this guy? Seems kind
go
of
for it.
50. Okay. Dun 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 dun. I'm supposed to protect the Elder. Oh, I got an 8.
This guy is the most difficult person to read you have ever seen in all of your days. You specialize in reading people.
I do.
And you just get a complete blank slate from him.
This makes me nervous, and I grab his hand a little tighter.
You know, when they said they were sending Javin Brishan on this mission, I did have my concerns, I'll yield that. But it seems as though you actually got an Ardian here in one piece. Javin,
And one of their delicious rams. I pick up Rambert. Scrumptious.
I'm sure he helped the Elder feel at home. Javin. Apology. Kids, this is, and Sporebot. This is Senator Bolera. He will be the one that hired the Jedi for this mission. It was his idea. It is terrible, the subjugation of the Outer Rim world peoples. And I've met an Ardian or 2 in my time. Hell, we have some here working desk jobs. There seems to be some kind of misconception between the locals and the, pardon my language, Elder, but the civilized Ardians. I believed if we could get one of you here to speak to the Senate, it would illuminate the situation, and the Republic would feel no need to occupy your planet anymore. I am sure they told you all of this. Yes, he says, unsure. Well, if that is all and you have everything you need, I will be taking the Ardian from your custody now. Javan bows his head. Of course. Children, we have an urgent mission we need to go do. We will pick the Elder back up in a couple of days.
Can I make a far-seeing check? I would like to, Ezla would like to see... She doesn't want to leave the Elder alone with this guy. Can she see what's gonna, like, potentially what happens if she does just allow him to make off with the Elder?
Yeah, roll a far-seeing check or use one of your crits.
Crits.
Yeah, I'll use a crit. Sure. Sounds
You
good.
use a crit. You've gotten visions this crystal clear before in the past, but it's never been because you called them. It's because the Force wanted to show you something. This time,
35.
you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and this time you tell the Force, I need to see what's going to happen. Give me a time frame.
Time frame. I don't think he's gonna kill this guy. I want to see.
With your 35, I'm going to give you a little bit from each time frame. You can look 10 minutes into the future. You can look a couple hours into the future. You could look at tomorrow, or you could look 3 or 4 days into the future.
Oh, she wants
Which
to
one
see
doesn't yours?
when picking him up a few days into the future. Like, picking him up and bringing him back to the planet. Like, arriving back on Ardia, or picking him up.
In 10 minutes, you're getting emotional vibes. He is a little nervous, a little intimidated, but filled with awe. In a couple of hours, he's breathing easier. He's more relaxed. Tomorrow, he's a little bored. 3 days from now, he is dead.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna look over his hand. I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm in Ardian too.
Children, I think it'll be best to let Senator Bolera take it from here. This is his field of expertise. He knows exotic, strange planets. Javan grabs your hand. Roll me an empathy check.
An empathy check.
20.
Okay. Oh yeah, I have that. Oh, so let's use that 20. That's a 27.
See
then.
all day.
Yeah.
And Javan, you need to retreat. You need to recoil your hand rather quickly when you go to touch him. He is seething. Unlike not any Jedi you've ever seen, but any creature you've ever seen in your life. He is full of
Angry.
hate, fury, rage. Angry does not begin to describe it.
Okay. I'm gonna recoil a bit and be like,
We need to get on our next mission. Trust me, time is of the essence.
okay, fine. And I'll go give the Elder a hug and I'll be like, see you soon. And then I'll run over back to where.
Visit? Need family? Homesick?
Yes.
We will be sure to swing by and check on the Elder regularly. Now, children and Spore, we must make our leave immediately.
Okay.
Lyra
Guys.
sees that Ezla's acting kind of funny, but she eyes her, but doesn't do anything.
Ezla keeps she wouldn't turn her head to look because she doesn't have to do that, but she's kind of just she's grabbing the edges of her tunic, while she taps with her stick, following the rest of the crew.
She's obviously acting unusual at this point.
Yeah,
right?
she's
You guys
agitated.
can even pick up the body language on Javan. You can see the gritted teeth.
Mm.
You can
Yeah, you're not.
hear that he's not breathing.
Whoa, guys.
Master Javan, don't give in to hate. Calm yourself. Goose Fraba. Goose Fraba. And I hug him.
And I hug him.
Bro hug. Goose Fraba.
Giovanna, what
And
the
a
hell
rock
are you
token.
doing?
I'm calming you
We're gonna be
down.
late.
Look. If we are, we'll do a little hand wave. We're on time. We're Jedis. We get to cheat reality all the time.
Senator Bolera leans forward a little bit. The Jedi would say something like that, wouldn't they?
Well, I'm not really a Jedi.
When I made you my Padawan, Giovanna, you are a Jedi now. And
Oh no! I look down. I'm in the Boy Scout uniform. I'm just like one
You will
night investment
respect our
makes a
rules.
strong man crumble. Yes, all the code, the code. Yes.
Apologist Sandra says, perhaps we should hurry on that urgent mission. We're needed, aren't we?
Yes.
Yep, let's go. Hurry.
as you
Hurry,
return
really
up the
quick.
ramp, Senator Bolera can be overheard saying, I can't imagine how you got here in one piece, on that piece of junk. The ramp
I
closes.
can't imagine how you've made it to Senator with a face like that.
As the door closes. Bye. Sorry, bye.
Burn.
It clicks closed. Javan takes a few steps in. And you can hear him scream at the top of his lungs in anger. He throws his hands up, waving one to the side. The sofa flies up into the air, crashes into the wall, and then crumples until the entire sofa is compacted into a small sphere no larger than a basketball.
Our good sofa.
I
What
command
is
him
going
to
on?
find serenity, find peace. This is uncalled for. We're impressionable children. We don't need this violence. You do not expose us to it.
Not a
Oh,
chance.
Senator Bolera. Sorry, Senator Bolera is not to be trusted. I didn't
No,
think
he's
he'd be the
gonna
one.
kill the elder.
What?
Look, the
He
thing
looks over
is,
to-
We have to go back.
Kill him.
if the elder dies,
Well, I
you'll
don't know
become
if he
one with the
kills him.
Force.
But the elder.
Gee.
Okay, I may have. I got really. I couldn't get a read on him, from my fortune telling that I do. And it really worried me, so I decided to maybe take a little peek with my third eye into the future, and then in 10 minutes he's kind of nervous, and then a couple hours he's like, oh, this is better, and then everything's fine, and then tomorrow he's bored, and in 3 days he's dead.
Javan claps his hands. That is why you are part of my team. Yes, perfect. I was not
What are we gonna
entirely
do?
lying. We are going on a new mission. You... He runs over, starts the engine, lifts the ship up off the ground, starts
Well, we
putting
can't
forward.
leave him.
The 5 of you will be trailing him immediately.
Yes.
Action.
I'm sorry, the mission's supposed to be over and you're supposed to have a minute of respite, but this is important.
Yeah, he's family.
Yeah,
Not to
he's our
mention
dad.
What they would do to us if we didn't
my
bring
grandpa.
him back.
They would've
Yeah, and the
tested.
Audience are gonna be super pissed if he
They're
doesn't.
definitely not
audience
going to
will
get us
be
any more
dead.
rams.
Will
Yeah,
this next
that-
mission
Forget
be,
about the Rams.
this
What was
mission
that
be as
now?
well planned as the previous mission, or will we have more to go on?
Senator Bolera is a Quirmian. And Quirmians are not to be trusted.
No.
Senator Bolera.
Spore's like, I don't think you could judge everybody by one person just because that guy sucks. Also, can you please fix the couch? He's been over distressing about you crushing the couch the whole time. You ruined his one good sit and read couch.
We can go to Goodwill and get another one.
Ah. That was the good
He-
couch.
Takes off and starts putting away. About 45 seconds later, pulls a sharp 180 and lands back in the exact same spot on the exact same pad. Senator Bolera is from Coruscant. I've looked into him myself. He is in charge of peace with the Outer Rim worlds. He Also, in his extracurricular time, is the leader of a new small group called the Anti-Jedi Coalition, which are trying to convince the Senate that the Jedi are outdated and need to be regulated by the Senate themselves.
That's not cool.
You five need to follow him.
Should we get like other adults aside from ourselves on this mission?
I'll head to the temple. I'll
Okay.
see if they have any resources they can offer us.
Alright guys, we gotta get disguises on the way. He's seen us. He knows what we look like.
Certainly does.
We definitely have to cover up your scar. And she
Yeah.
boops you in
My
the forehead.
eyeball? My only eyeball?
It's a little noticeable, Ezra.
Well, it's my eyeball. Your eyeballs are noticeable, I bet.
I bet.
I like how it's kind of like pause, I bet.
The landing ramp opens aggressively,
Alright.
slams to the ground, pushes the ship up. I need you to not start anything, but don't let
Cus-
anything happen to the Elder either.
We would never.
Wouldn't start it, no.
Makes some weird sense. So we want to do
Okay, yeah.
disguises, right?
He digs around
Yeah,
for a bit.
disguise-
Disguises. I have my robes. Anything you
Ugh.
have amongst yourselves that you have brought, sure.
I can't really disguise as Lambert. I'm thinking we go find some Animids or some other masked alien creature and buy their masks off of them, hide our faces.
Yeah,
Get
we
cloaked up.
can buy some stuff on the way while we're tailing him.
Yeah.
If you make it
Oi.
quick. That building is
Okay.
a labyrinth. Who knows how far away they're getting? He
right,
offers
let's
a
go.
handful of small circular devices from a center console. These will keep us in communication. Put them in your ears. Spore, you can tune in radio frequencies. No?
Yes.
How does it go
Perfect.
in? What ear does it go in? Is there a left ear and a right ear?
It's
There's just
morphing
one.
time.
It doesn't matter. Just push the button, and you will be able to transmit any messages to me. I will hear them instantaneously.
Can you hear me, Javin? Over.
Wait until you get outside.
Okay,
Why did I just
over.
scream really loudly into my...
I'm just gonna talk to you from my brain, and I'm gonna tap my way off the ship.
from my brain?
Yeah.
You need a code name so we don't go, hey, Javin.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to call you Mother Goose.
Hey, Dad. You're gonna be Dad.
No, the Elder's dad, not this
He's
guy.
Grandpa.
It's more like Bad Uncle.
Javin can be Danger Body for his immaculate body.
Yeah.
Danger
That's too obvious.
Danger, oh no.
It's too obvious. They'll definitely know who we're talking about.
I need you to take this all very seriously. He says on your communicators as you step off. As the last foot leaves the ramp, it's already lifting up. The ship already lifting up. And as fast as it can go, he is making towards the Jedi Temple.
I'm gonna disguise myself as a garbage can droid.
But
I'm gonna grab a garbage can, stick it over
As
me.
God,
No
as
one
the
will
ship
ever
Is
leaves
there a
off.
disguise skill on your
I
skill
don't
list?
know.
so.
I don't think so.
Yes, there
Let me
is.
But
see.
I
Yes,
don't
there
have to
is.
see.
Yes,
So I
yeah.
On the
perfect
sheets?
disguise.
yeah,
There's a
a
Really
disguise.
bad at it.
Is
Where is
there-
it?
Yeah, you can all roll disguise checks as long as you tell me some way in
Oh,
which
God.
you're trying to conceal your identity.
Disguise. Who?
I look at Geo and I'm like, what are we gonna do about our head tails?
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to, rather than try to hide them, we're going to try to make them as flamboyant as possible. We're going as ravers. It's a type of music and dance party. All right, 17. We're going to look awesome.
Yo, one time I brought my lightsaber to a rave and everyone thought it was a glow stick. Best night of my life.
only killed 2 people. Yeah, I'm gonna try to find something like there's like a side of the road garbage can or like trash. I'm just be like, I'm a droid, and I put like the
Roll
garbage
your-
can on.
Roll your disguise check for me.
I want to
literal
use
trash
recruitment at the
can.
same time. I want to see how bad this is.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a +2, so that's supposed to be actually a 20.
With an augmented 20, you don't need to lift yourself off the ground. You just kind of push it along. To someone not paying active attention, you definitely look like a droid. Probably like some kind of gonk droid just scooting along on the ground.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. Yeah, that's what I do.
It's definitely
because
the
I
beep
don't
boop
have to have
facility.
I don't even have to have eye holes. It's perfect. I just shuffle around. I
What
follow
is
Spore.
Spore's reaction to this?
Thor is like really offended, but you know,
Oh yeah.
he just put on a robe and put the hood up, and I guess that's his disguise. And I will roll to see how effective that was. And it's
I
charisma
just
based. I
imagine
think.
you like put your hood up and then you turn around to look at Esla and you're like, really, with the trash
Yeah,
can?
I'm like, this is very offensive, and I'm gonna tell you all about why later.
I'm you.
Nice.
Oh, 17.
You, despite your height, actually blend in quite well.
Yeah. Pal thought she was going to find a helmet, but being a Zabrak, helmets are a little hard to find. So she's going to kind of do the same thing that Spore is doing and just kind of hope that one of the robes will be enough to disguise. So I'm going to roll.
Beep, boop, boop, beep.
No,
Oh.
she's not good at disguising.
You don't look different than yourself, but you can at least still try to conceal your identity. Pull the hood down a little more. Wrap yourself up.
Alright.
Gee, are we gonna put any like face paint on or anything?
Glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark face paint?
Yeah, it's gonna look so
We should,
savage. I've got some here.
Okay. Pulls
I'm
out
into the
the
scene.
handy on hand.
You know what? I'm not going to
Here, let
ask
me make
why
you
you
up.
have.
For
Just let me live my life. Yeah, and I'm actually gonna help make Lyra up, and I'm really good at this. I have the skills for it. And
Roll me a
I'm gonna
D20.
do you up. All right.
Little known fact, Gio
Nat
is
20.
a pro raver.
I'm using a nat
you
20.
You're a pro raver. You can get both of you completely indistinguishable. In fact, you don't even
Yes.
look like blue Twi'leks anymore.
Awesome.
What
Look
color
like-
are we?
Big rainbow conglomerations.
Yes.
I'm a rainbow.
It's
Or
So we have
prismatic
something.
orb.
We have 2 ravers, 2 people in robes, and a droid, apparently.
These disguises are sufficient.
And I look at Spore. I'm just like, oh, one of us is gonna die.
He's
One of us
just
is gonna-
he is like the equivalent of biting his lip in droid form, just like, oh, okay, she doesn't know better. It's okay. We'll talk about it later.
for
Lyra
So,
anyone,
takes her glow sticks out and she's
for
like,
anyone
"Doo, doo, doo,"
joining-
and then she like bangs on the trash can.
for anyone joining the stream now, this is totally the party, and this is what they always look like: 2 ravers, a droid, and
And
2 creepy robed individuals.
now, Striders, it's time for a viewer decision. So, have we begun that? Yeah.
The viewer decision is going to be actually about Senator Bolera. Senator Bolera is about to put on a display not only for the children, but he's going to put on a display for the whole Senate on why the Jedi are overrated and the Force powers they use aren't all that special. For he may not have the Force, but he has magic. So I need some kind of non-Force related display of magic the Senator Bolera is going to do. He's already going to shoot fire from his fingertips and move it around with the power of his mind, all while not showing or using any Force whatsoever. And he's going to be doing other tricks as well. Chat can help me decide what kind of magic powers Senator Bolera has and what he's going to be doing with them.
All right. So,
As you walk into the Senate building, you 2 ravers are certainly out of place here. It's mostly dress robes, and the most diverse species imaginable. Bustling crowds are moving from one room to another. All of them speaking or squeaking or clicking in their own whatever languages they speak. It's hard to hear yourself think in this place. The main flow of traffic, this downstream of the river, seems to be moving from the actual main Senate hall to a cafeteria where food is being served in between voting sessions. You can pick up on Senator Bolera's voice. He is speaking, he is projecting, talking to a crowd of people. Gather round, the coalition has something they would like to show. Everyone. You can hear whispers in the crowd amongst you. Is Bolera at this again?
He never stops, does he? He's always on and on about the Jedi.
If he's blocking the hallway again, I'm eat him. You're moving in. You're towards kind of the back of a forming semicircle. He is in fact blocking a doorway to the cafeteria lunchroom. He is standing up on top of an overturned gonk droid, so he can be seen by everyone. I will make this rather quick. For we all would like to get work done with today, right? There's not a very good response from everyone. There's grumbles, maybe even a boo or two. My coalition and I would have a message we would like to share with everyone. And you see there's a dozen or so people standing around the gonk droid in a line behind him, looking out at the rest of the crowd, all of them with their hands folded behind their backs, seemingly members of this anti-Jedi coalition. Ancient religions have no place in modern-day politics. The Republic is able to defend itself. In fact, they've been gone for 60 years fighting the civil wars or whatever it is they were doing. And now, because they come back, they think they can overthrow us, take away our voting power. They can overrule us. I'm not saying we need to get rid of the Jedi immediately, but there needs to be some kind of governing force. Someone elected to regulate them, to know the goings-ons inside their temples. The crowd huffs, puffs, doesn't seem to be listening much to him. Get off the Jedi soapbox, Bolera. The Jedi are not inherently better than us because they can summon up mystic powers. They are not the only ones. He lifts 4 of his arms up in the air overhead. The lights in the building flicker, and it goes pitch black as all the power in the building cuts out. There's some worried gasps and even a shout or two from the crowd. But quickly, balls of light form at the fingertips of 2 of his arms above his head. Open flames, like that on the ends of torches. He sticks his arms forward, and they fly over the crowd, multiplying. There's a series of open flames overhead, little lights. Any of you that want to make any rolls about Senator Bolera, might want to make any observations, spot checks, empathy checks, trying to see the Force, you can all make 1 roll of the like right now, this early into his conversation.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Empathy or C-Force for Ezra. We'll go with C-Force. That's kind of her. $15.
Yeah,
Can
I want
also
to do
try to sense mode.
Yeah, I want to do C-Force also.
Okay, go ahead and roll your C-Force. With a 15, Esla, you're going to notice something very particular about him.
Whoa!
Woo! No! You don't even have to use them.
Ah!
So frustrating.
No, no.
I got a 19 when I rolled it the first time, and then it's still sitting there on the screen.
Oh, off to the side.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
you have to be really careful in fantasy grounds where you roll it.
Yeah, where you put it.
Fantastic. With those rolls, you can spy a couple things. Esla, there's absolutely no abnormal force usage around this guy. The force doesn't swell, there's no ripples in the spider web. The force is often described as a giant web that interconnects everything. And those individuals skilled enough to use it, almost like a fly trapped in a spider's web, there'll be little ripples, little waves coming out. He sends out absolutely nothing. It's almost like in your mind, there's no doubt he is not using the force by any means at all.
Weird.
Spore.
Can I see the
His-
effects he's doing then?
Oh,
Spore, looking at him doing basic medical things. You don't need a sample of his blood. You have special scanners that not normal droids do. His metachlorian count is especially low, even below the average person. Not unheard of. Some people are just born with less. He's not a talented individual by any means.
I was gonna request. I was like, when I do C-Force, can it be just midichlorian level? Please and thanks. So thank you. Abysmally low.
The Jedi, they're not the only ones who can command the forces of nature.
He will snap his fingers, and the fire extinguishes, quickly turning to billowing smoke. But the smoke doesn't just dissipate, it doesn't float up, it doesn't go away. The billowing smoke overhead as it undulates and the fires disappear. They look more like storm clouds. This being the highest vote on the straw poll for the viewer decision, I believe. Bolera can create storm clouds wherever he is, make it rain, thunder, lightning, and wind.
How?
Boy, Bolera, what is this? The lights now illuminating each other's faces as little sparks rocket through the clouds overhead. Enough little lightning and thunder overhead that you can see each other. The lights around the building will flicker. A couple will come back on for a moment, come back off. It's pretty chaotic in here. In fact, the two ravers look right at home with the strobing
I have
lights.
a question. What is Bolera wearing?
He is wearing these huge, colorful robes. They cover him from collarbone to foot.
All right, so here's what I want to do, and I will be using a nat 20 for this. Guys, I apologize now if this gets a little weird. So I'm going to use move object, and with my nat 20, that should be... Yeah, it should kind of. I'm going to pull the robes up over his head, straight up, so he can't see it at all, and he can't see what he's doing. And then we do whatever we need to do. I'm just going to, yeah, and like pulling a hockey jersey over someone's head, except his robe's straight up, just right in his face. I'm going to be holding it so we can do whatever we got to do.
The robes fly up to mid-chest, to the bottom armpits. of his lower 2 arms. His body, he has fancy shoes on. And thank goodness he's wearing the Quirmian form of underwear, because I don't know my lore well enough to tell you what's going on under there. Yeah. As he sputters, his voice unable to hear, his arms kind of flapping now, trying to push this down.
Yeah, you can't get that.
The storm clouds overhead will go wild. They grow larger in size, and wind is blowing not from a singular source, but from all around you, picking up clothes, blowing papers everywhere. So much so, people need to shout to be heard. What is it you all do at that point?
All right.
Where's the elder? Do we see him?
We should probably use this as some sort of like distraction.
Roll me spot checks.
How hard's the wind blowing?
I'll use a 20. I'll use one of my crit. Nat 20s. Spot check.
Yeah, I'll use my 22.
23.
Yeah, so will I, because I have nothing.
Well, on a spot check, we only need one person to succeed.
Oh.
Pow.
Oh, that's true.
I'll do it.
You can go up on your tiptoes, kind of try to look over the crowd a bit, and you can see the little head of the elder hunched over, right to the side of the gonk droid where he is standing. He's quite literally at his right hand.
Yeah,
The elder looks startled. He's scared, he's nervous, but he's filled with a sense of awe.
Look at you, Devon. Can you do that again? When we tell you to.
He's still holding it. It's still up over his head, and Bolera's trying to push it down.
I'm trying to pull it up, and I want the wind to catch it and pull it away from him.
Alright, I'll go with, I'll kind of like tug on Ezla.
D20 will follow and go into the crowd to get to the other side.
Yep, let's
You
go.
can kind of wiggle your way through the crowd. I rolled a base dexterity for him as he falls and kind of topples as the wind catches him on top of the gonk droid. The clouds overhead suddenly disappear and the lights turn back on. As he falls and his concentration is broken, the storm overhead stops and everything returns to normal. Falling backwards with a 17, he's falling sideways, but the top set of arms are able to very quickly snap to the ground on their own volition almost, and he catches himself, pushes himself back up.
Totally shouldn't be able to see if his robe's being pulled all the way over his head.
He's wrestling with them, yes.
Yeah. Kick him, yes.
Ezla, you were able to get to the other side of the crowd. Pal, what are you doing?
I'm going with, to find the elder. I'm gonna go with Ezla.
Crazy 1A.
Lyra, what about you?
I think I'll go with them too, just because Ezla, trash can.
My
Spore, I would like to
designation
know
is
where you are.
1A.
Well, okay, so that gentleman was standing atop of a droid, correct?
Yes.
You said when we entered. I want to make sure that droid is okay, give it a pat, and then follow Ezla, muttering under my breath about how awful this is.
The Spore walks right into the middle of the semicircle. This seems to break it up. Folks are moving again. But this time, you can tell the conversations being held around you. They're changing a bit. How the hell did he do that? Well, it's nothing like the last time he got up on the box, or got up on the soap gonk and started yelling.
Please tell me
Maybe-
its designation is S0 Heath. Or like soapbox.
Maybe he has a point. I mean, the Jedi do have ultimate jurisdiction, right? Like, even we have bosses.
You pat the gonk, and it's kind of like a turtle. It can't start walking until you help it up.
Oh yeah,
Its
I
little feet are just...
definitely helped him up. Like, put him right writes up and was like, pet, pet. So sorry.
At this point, I'm gonna say Bolera is able to get up and finally get his robes down.
All right.
I'm blending in with the crowd, yo. I'm just a gonk droid who happens to be in this vicinity.
Have we gotten to the
Some-
Elder yet?
Yeah,
I'm,
he's
like,
right next to the
chilling.
gonk droid. You can.
On the side.
All right. I
Bolera's
kinda like-
back is turned.
Mhm.
Did any of you see what happened?
His little council of people standing behind him shake their heads.
No, sir. It was, you're doing your thing, you're doing your storming, and then, guess the wind caught your robes. The winds have never caught my robes before.
What else do you do?
I just kind of like get next to him and say, "We have to leave now.
We were supposed to follow.
Your life is in danger. You need to leave now."
How?
Yes. And then I'll kind of give him my robes. Like, put this on. We have to go.
You
He
throw the
blends in
robes
with the
over
rest
him,
of
throw the little
Mhm.
hood up. It's a little long on him,
Yep, that's fine.
but it seems to cloak him with the rest of the crowd. And if you want, you guys can also kind of start moving away from the scene of the
Yeah,
little display.
Yep.
VC1A will comply.
Was certainly a little display.
All right. Hurry him out there.
With an 11, Bolera's a little distracted.
Oh. Sir, we would have done something if we could. I mean, we didn't want to interrupt your speech and all. It doesn't matter. We stated our point, and I believe people got it this time. We just need them to start thinking, is all.
He turns.
Where's the Elder?
The flow of traffic seems to be moving towards the cafeteria as the rest of you weave between people heading the exact opposite direction.
Spaghetti time.
Better than cheese
Can
puffs.
I rush back to Geo and say, should we make a distraction?
We should definitely make a distraction. Bam, 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 bam.
Bolera's
Dance
walking
off, you and me.
Okay.
He looks.
We start
you all-
like
This is more important than you know. You all check the cafeteria now. Make sure you don't get swept up. Bolera goes the other way and starts coming towards you two.
you just see like nothing but lights like coming from us and head tails like flapping.
I know there's not a rave skill in this game. Do you guys have any relevant checks you would like to make?
Yes.
Entertain.
It all depends on the goal of our dance. So, yes, I think entertainment, and I'm gonna use a nat 20. So I want to be like a Twi'lek version of Little Richard out there. Like I want to like cartwheel into the splits and be like Tutti Frutti, oh Rudy. Yeah, like I want to get into it. A womp bop, a doo dum, a bom bam bam.
The stream, this river analogy we've been using for the the traffic of people in and out of here, it does stop. As people now seem to be watching your little display in front of the cafeteria.
Yeah, I go right into Spice Girls after that. Like, don't tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
We're like both just
There's less people, like, not entertained, no one's clapping, but there's raised eyebrows, there's whispers and elbows to each other. Should we call
All right.
security?
No,
Bolera,
I'm gonna
however,
take it up
is
a notch.
practically stopped. People are no more not moving for him anymore. He can't even get forward. His large head looms over the crowd, lands on you two. And with your nat 20 in disguise, he has no idea who the hell either of you are or what you're doing in the Senate building.
Yeah, then I sit on the chair and I pull and the water falls on me just like
Oh my god.
Who installed water in the ceiling of the Senate building?
sprinklers.
The fire, it's like the fire suppressant sprinklers. Just...
Fire code.
You see Lyra like over like a little bit having lit a fire to make them
Yeah.
spray. Like our Twi'lek communication.
Oh my goodness. Oh hey, yeah, and there's some Star Wars dancing screenshots chat sending our way. Appreciate that.
Oh gosh.
With a 2, that's kind of a DM luck roll. I'm rolling to see how well this is going to go over for you. As the water pours down over you and the sprinkler systems go on, now traffic seems to be going the other way. People are trying to exit the building as the emergency sprinkler system set on. The rave paint you've painted all over yourself, for whatever stupid reason, is water soluble. It starts running down your faces and bodies.
But it's designed to be like sweat resistant and water resistant.
Yeah, you can use my
It's fine.
spray.
There's a sound of the sprinklers. Oh no.
Go, go, go.
No. I'm melting. I'm melting. What a world. What a world.
Bolera is able to get over to you two.
Oh no.
He's just given up at this point. There's no hood on the back of his cloak that can reach his head. He's just soaked. He's drenched, and he looks
I'm gonna go up and talk to him.
exasperated, to say the least.
Senator!
Fancy meeting you here.
Who the hell are you two, and what are you doing in the Senate?
We met earlier. You said I would expect as much out of a Jedi. That was some display you put on.
Your name is Giovanni.
You know my name.
You are a droid technician in the Jedi Temple.
Well, my reputation.
That must be your twin sister, Lyra. The
She's
one
gorgeous.
that actually did. The one that did become a Padawan.
Yeah, if you haven't checked the records, I'm a Padawan too. I earned the title. Beat Javin's record and everything till he deleted it.
Your records are proprietary. I was not aware.
Well, I'm the best.
But-
Like, I think I might be the chosen one of prophecy.
There's a prophecy.
Yeah, I was conceived by midichlorians.
Where then
I'm
has
just
the rest
messing
of
with
your
you.
little party taken the Guardian Elder?
They didn't take them. You see what happened when you started flashing everybody? I think he went off and committed ritual suicide.
Yeah, those whitey tidies were awful.
And they're a little yellow and brown. You might want to try changing them.
Oh.
But that's okay. I don't judge. You're an older man. So here's what I recommend. If you want, we can find them for you. But we don't do anything for free. Unless you want to forgive the Jedi. All their trespasses.
Forgive your trespasses. Attempting
Just us.
to stop freedom of speech by use of your special powers.
That's what I say.
Because you didn't like the spread of truth coming from an individual. You don't like any naysayers. You don't want
What
people
are you-
making up their own minds.
Do you know who you're talking to? You knew my name. You knew my job at the temple. I'm the king of naysayers.
Listen here. You were conjuring up a pretty decent storm. Isn't it kind of likely and understandable that you'd blow your own outfit up over your head with the wind?
I have complete immaculate control over everything me and my coalition do.
Didn't seem like it.
So,
No, I know the Jedi are fans of kidnapping, absconding with the people of all
will you
ages.
stop? Will you stop, like, talking about them as, like, a big group and broad sweeping generalizations? The Jedi are a very diverse order.
Tell me where the Elder is. This is very important. I need to keep him safe, and I do not wish to lose my job.
All right. He's on Dantooine. I kind of like close my eyes and turn my... okay, bluff check, nat 20. And I get +6 to that, so... 26.
With a nat 20 on Bolera's part, as his, he does not entirely buy it, since he rolled a nat 20. But he looks concerned, at least.
Well, he should
Taking
be.
him off-planet would be a very bold move, and not one...
Look. That's what I said. I said, you're taking him off planet to Dantooine? That's a bold move.
And not a wise one.
Well, we're not very wise. We're devout.
That is the understatement of the millennia. Now, you understand the ramifications of what happens if he does not make his Senate speech in 3 days' time.
Bolera, I don't understand the ramifications of drinking after 9 p.m. You're talking to, like, the worst of the Jedi. Like, the absolute worst.
Well, let's talk to the
But I can help
angriest
you
of
out,
the Jedi,
though.
then. Lyra, where is the Elder?
I don't know. I don't have him. You don't see an elder here. My brother.
You're halfway telling the truth. You don't actually know where he is.
Yeah, I don't know where he is.
If you pay us money, we'll find him.
A full investigation with the Senate, as I do not need to pay them. For everyone's sake, especially that of the Ardians, you will make sure he does not miss his meeting.
Isn't that your job right now?
You were smart, and you actually cared about the Ardians and their future. Would let me speak with him and tell him what he needs to say. He will turn around and storm away from you guys. Yes.
Hold on. I would like to use a force feat on him, a force skill. I would like to use Affect Mind, which I have. And essentially, I would like to affect his mind in such a way, and I'm going to use another nat 20. Okay. Wild Magic Surge for Geo.
Need you to roll a D10,000.
8411.
Please tell us what your wild magic surge is, Mr. 8441.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
It.
Okay.
All summoned creatures within 10 miles are dismissed.
Sorry, say that one more time.
All summoned creatures within 10 miles are dismissed.
So I guess the Senate's dismissed. They were summoned to the Senate hearings, and they're going to recess.
Yeah, the sprinkler system went out. Now they got to recess.
So yes, I'm going to affect his mind and let him know that he will not perform an investigation. He will make his speech regardless. I have a 23.
As he's walking away, he kind of stops and he looks back at you. The Elder will make his speech regardless, correct? He will see to that.
Yes, my lord. Hail Hydra. And then, I'm gonna try to find my friends and find some more modest clothes. I'm, like, getting chapped.
He turns his back and hesitates for a minute and walks away. Where'd you guys take the other?
Yeah, that's a good
I-
question.
I just want to take him to like a room not too far away, someplace we can talk to him with Ezla for at least a minute.
It's like a mini version of the main Senate chamber. The Senate chamber itself has many circular seats that can float around for better view and vantage points. But there's hundreds and hundreds of seats in the Senate. This is like a mini room. There's about 20 little circular seats that can float around.
Okay. I just say to him, well,
I think we got a
Yep.
cheer.
375, I believe, in that 20 for Strider.
oh boy.
Oh, yes, who was that from?
It was from
Pigeon
Jeanette Briggs, our good friend, right?
Pigeon
Oh,
999.
and Pigeon.
No, Pigeon.
Did you also see Jeanette's cheers a second ago?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, that's Pigeon 9989.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pigeon,
I
thank you for
give
the
him
nat
one.
20. The villains shall do well.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to make sure we're not missing any.
Okay.
You pull him into this little mini meeting room. It's kind of shaped like a big egg. And you
Okay.
walk down towards the center, the bottom of the room, where the floor kind of dips down a little bit. Pow! Not expecting you soon.
Well, we
Not
don't have much time.
unwelcome.
No, we would better circumstances, but we have distinct information that your life is in danger. Ezla here saw something, and I'm inclined to believe her. Ezla, tell him what you saw.
Yeah, so I decided to check up on you because I'm a droid, by the way. Designation 3Z1A. But yeah, so I saw you and you were
slow
doing good.
words, please.
Okay, I saw you with my mind's eye. I can sometimes see into the future, and you
Future.
had a really good day today. Yeah, do you know what the future is? Do I need to, like, tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Me
Yeah,
tomorrow.
so today you were good in like Coruscant days, and tomorrow you were bored, and the day after that you weren't very healthy. You were kind of dead. So we decided to stop that from happening, so we can get you back to Ardia after you make your speech, because that guy you were with was not trustworthy. He's not nice. Or something.
Dead.
Yes.
Not right now, but if you stayed with that guy, baby.
Just
What?
need you to be cautious.
What happened if stay with you?
I haven't checked that out. Give me a moment, and I will sit down inside the droid. I imagine the trash can just goes as I like sit down on the floor. And I'm gonna do another far-seeing check, kind of see if we keep him safe until it's his speech time. And then 3 days from now, I'm
You
gonna
can
use another nat
use
20.
a nat 20. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use another nat 20, so it'll be 35.
These visions you're calling upon, clearer than ever. You can see him.
An adult.
You can see you all standing around his body. He's dead. It's just the same as last time. This time, it's a little more clear. It's the same cause of death as last time, but this time you can identify it properly as a lightsaber wound.
Like, you hear like the biggest gasp echo from underneath this garbage can.
What?
So, the good news is I saw what happened really clearly in my brain. The bad news is you're still dead.
Then why stop?
Well, I only looked into one potential future at the time, and I passed it on. Now I've seen two. I was hoping getting you away from that guy would prevent it, but apparently not.
Maybe if we keep track of him, if he keeps in communication with us, and people don't think anything's wrong, we don't abduct him, we just let him go along his business. Maybe we can protect him that way.
Bolera.
And I take out my my communication piece and I give it to him. It's like,
You
this will
don't,
keep us in.
you don't want mine?
I can. That should be fine. Nope, it's
Okay.
okay. This is to
You
us
can show
and
him how to use
Gavin. Mhm, and just hide it.
You can show him, yeah. He even practiced putting it in his ear. You can use the strange hello, hearing me doing a here.
Okay.
You can
works.
use that Lyra and Giovanni to find the small room they're in.
I'm sure Javin
See.
probably heard that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're all
Oh,
connected.
well, I told you to stay far away from Bolera.
Yeah, I know.
Presumably he doesn't know that the Elder's with you.
No.
Hopefully not.
Delegation.
I wasn't planning on abducting him, but it happened. I was gonna just tail him. Oh, but Javin, I saw something else, and I'll tell him what I saw. It's not good.
You are not very,
Grandpa can't die.
you are not very good at following orders. That being said, you did well. You think you might die either way. By a
What?
lightsaber.
Yeah. And that guy,
Ah.
Mr. Bolero, he has a lot of anti-Jedi propaganda.
The Elder will push the button in his ear.
Mhm.
Yes, hello. Bolera. Not lying. I can tell. He says, need to protect. Elder. Me, Elder.
Mhm.
Says he tries best. He's telling truth.
Okay, well, just be careful, Grandpa.
All right. I'll ask him. Can you give me the row back and just go out there before we do? We'll stay here for a little while. Act like you've gotten lost in the confusion, and maybe
Yeah, can
you
you
won't think
can
a
you
thing
tell?
happened.
Can you not tell them that we kind of kidnapped you out of love?
Love kidnapping.
Bolera. Passionate. Hard to read. But honest. But not family.
I give him a big hug. I crawl out of my trash can and hug him.
The robes will be given to Pal. He'll walk out into the room, give you guys a wink. And 45 seconds later,
I crawl back.
you hear a distant voice in your headset, not directly next to the mic.
Mhm.
Oh, thank goodness, there you are. I thought the Jedi had absconded with you. No. Well, if you're sure, we need to, and his voice will kind of fade away.
Mhm.
Okay. What means hotel? Communications will cut off at that point.
Okay.
Beep boop boop beep pow. We should
We'll try and-
reconvene with rest of group.
Yeah, I'll find them. Tell them where to meet.
They've entered the room.
Okay,
Oh.
they're here? Okay, good.
Greetings. I am 3Z1A. At your service.
I look at Spore and she's just like, he's like, no.
Yeah, he's not happy. He just like is there anybody else in the room? Is it just us? Has everybody left or are they still here?
You just do 5 now.
Okay, well I immediately remove her trash can Just like, stop it.
3C18 does not wish to be decommissioned. Oh.
Did we walk in the room after this plan was formed, or did we walk in before?
Yeah, you walked in when he first had the little earpiece in his ear.
Mhm.
You were able to find him and join the rest of them.
Well, we can talk to him now in case he sees anything suspicious. That might be enough to save him, possibly.
He's a heck of a conversationalist.
Indeed.
How you doing, pal?
I hate it here, honestly. Bunch of politicians in here.
What do you think we should do with the politicians?
I'm more of a fighter myself, and there's no stomach for it, but they have their place.
So it seems. Javin's voice kicks on over your communication systems.
Oh, that's super loud.
Danger, danger, stranger danger.
So, Giovanni, enough singing. You've sung enough for one episode.
Sorry.
We
It
tell the man
seems-
to don't yell. You don't have to
65
talk
episodes.
loud to be heard. You know how some people think screaming at the phone makes it work better.
Yeah.
We're just like, no, I can hear you.
Okay. There's a couple things we need to discuss,
Okay.
and a couple places I'd like to send you.
Like the bar?
No.
Oh.
I hear the bar and I just shake my head.
If you will return to the ship, please, I will pull back around.
Okay.
And before you know it, you guys all find yourself back on Javin's ship yet
I
again.
put the trash can back on for the walk back, and I'm like, SP0R3, I am a smaller version of you, but with less fungus and more mold. And this
I
slimy
hate
thing.
this. I hate this with all of my droid heart. This is killing me.
Oh no.
No longer my favorite. You're no longer my favorite child.
I like the trash can just goes, Look, I was your favorite.
Not anymore, you're
Was
not.
your
And
favorite.
he just keeps walking.
Droid Bob loved me. And I
It's like the trash can after.
You're all loaded onto Javin's ship, and he is pacing back and forth.
The Grand Mistress does not seem entirely happy with my decision to not consult the Council and to send you off on my own mission of tracking Senator Bolera around.
He never saw me. I was a droid.
True.
That being said, before I am chastised and have any powers taken away or revoked from myself, I have another mission I'm going to send you on.
Another mission.
It sounds like either way, this elder might die in 3 days' time. I'm going to do everything in my power I can to stop that. If it is the will of the Force, then so be it. But if there's anything we can do to stop it, well, I would much prefer that. I am sure this has something to do with him. Maybe Bolera doesn't kill him himself, but
I
someone...
think it's part of his anti-Jedi propaganda to have him killed with a lightsaber.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I'm not sure how the audience quite tie into the Jedi Temple. But I'm not one for thinking. I know someone who is built for thinking. The tactician and Grand Inquisitor of the Jedi Order. I believe you may have already made the old fart's acquaintance, pal.
Gone?
Jedi Master Gone, yes. He is an insufferable, terrible piece of shit who is It's just the bane of my existence at the temple. But a smarter man has never, ever, ever existed. Tell him I'm calling in a favor that he owes me. He'll know which one I'm talking about. He needs to return from whatever he's doing to come back to Coruscant immediately and help us solve this riddle and figure out a way to keep the Elder of Ardia safe.
Mhm.
You all wouldn't mind doing that for me?
Certainly
It's
not.
family, I gotta keep
Let's
it
go.
safe.
Do I have a choice?
Honor and a privilege, sir.
Giovanna and Spore, no, you two don't have choices. I get to tell you what to do.
Yeah. It's part of the job.
I don't even get paid for this job.
Get
What does a
paid
droid
with our
need for?
affection.
Yeah, droids don't get paid for anything.
I like to buy myself nice things.
I'll buy you
Yeah.
nice things, droid mom.
Like upgraded modules.
Do you know how
Yeah.
expensive it is, the maintenance, on that custom droid?
And I might want a nice hat. You don't know. You never asked.
Nice hats make nice disguises as well. Inside,
Hat shopping.
inside references, jokes.
Hats are the
I have
best
acquisitions.
disguises. Foolproof. No one will know,
Exactly.
especially from up top down. Yeah,
Yes, if there's any ships flying over, they look down, they're like, oh, that can't be Spore, he has a hat on.
exactly. The foolproof plan.
I have taken the liberty of assuming you would all say yes, and I've acquisitioned you a ship from the quartermaster waiting in the hangar at the Jedi Temple.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fly this bird.
Alright.
This is time sensitive, so I believe my ship might not be, perfectly, adequately suited for this mission. Do any of you know how to fly a ship?
No,
I
I
think
can't
do.
even read.
No.
I think I do
Check.
as well.
Yeah.
We definitely
Um,
shouldn't let Ezra fly, because, you know.
No, God. Oh no.
guys-
If it comes to it, I'll do it. But I feel
What
like
is
there's
that?
better
Worst
qualified people here.
Case
I can-
scenario,
What's the
you
skill
can
for
type
flying?
in.
Pilot?
Pilot.
Yeah.
Oh, I have
I can pilot.
I pilot.
Worst
Yeah.
case
Pilot.
scenario, we can type in words. I don't know. I can't read.
Would we rather have the droid or the angsty teen pilot?
If
Angie
you
can be
pilot,
Ang-
pal?
Yeah.
Pal, if you
I've been
hold on. I'll let you and Sport decide who pilots, but I would like to astrogate if we're leaving the planet because that's my highest skill.
Perfect. Javan does not land on his little perch where he normally keeps his ship. He flies into the Jedi hangar, walks out first. The Grand Mistress is already waiting there for him. He gives you all a hand to wait. He walks out. You can hear her voice immediately. Javan, is this your idea of some kind of joke? I am very serious. I know I'm not always the serious type, but I'm serious about this. You can't say that every single Quirmian you run into was out to foil your plans. What, this is the third one? I've seen what the Quirmians are capable of doing. You've seen what a Sith is capable of doing, Javan. The conversation trails off as they walk out of the hangar. There is another ship that he's parked right next to. It is blue, can fly small crews of 10 or so people.
Does it have any weapons on the outside that we can see?
You have very, very basic homing rockets. And of course, the manual push down the button and the front of the ship shoots little red laser beams.
Pal, I think you need to be the hold the button homing rocket killer. What do you think?
That sounds fine. That's more exciting anyways. If stuff happens.
I thought you'd like that.
Creepy laugh. You just like,
So angry because
Ooh.
it's such a scary child.
Roll me an astrogate check first. Astrogating, of course, is the skill of looking at a map of the galaxy and deciding where to hyperspace jump to. Where is
All right,
safe,
so-
where is not safe. Making sure you don't collide with any planets or asteroids or anything.
Here's how this works. I'm gonna do a straight roll. If I don't get it, I'm gonna use my luck point to re-roll. Yeah, so I'm gonna use my luck point.
Yeah, do that.
So
Yeah.
25.
You have been left coordinates of, not specifically from Javan, but of Gon reporting his last position. He is floating in an asteroid belt right between the outer rim and the inner worlds. You were able to astrogate, you'll be able to hyper jump. Actually, with that roll, right up to him, as he's not in the asteroid field, just sitting next to it.
Buckle in, guys. Don't want any bodies flying through the shields.
So we've got pilot, navigator, you pure. Lyra, do you want captain or first mate?
Captain.
Okay, I'll be first mate and moral support.
Okay.
All right.
Whoever's going to pilot and leave the atmosphere can roll me a pilot check.
All right.
I got you, Droid Mom.
Robo Dad.
Tis. Let me see what I have.
Robo Dad.
Robo Dad, yes. Ooh, nice.
Oh wait, I should probably. We still have nat 20s.
Yeah, we have tons. We
Yeah.
have tell that.
You can use up as many nat 20s on
Yeah.
benign rolls as you want to, but this one, the 12 is plenty to be able to get
Okay,
the ship up off of the ground and up forward and line up for your hyperspace jump with
Yeah,
the help
that's
of the
fine.
targeting computer.
Stick
You
with
need
that
to
then.
leave the atmosphere, get around the Republic ships, and then you have free reign in front of you. You make the jump to hyperspace. Cue the cliche Star Wars snowflakes, stars flying at you. Yeah. And a few
Engage.
minutes later of that, hyperdrive kicks off. Everything comes into vision. And there's a ship, blue, sporty, in front of you.
Is that what we're looking for, guys?
Probably.
You
I can't see
receive a
it.
request for communication.
As first mate, I will accept this call. Come, Captain. Where's the button? I don't know how to use
And
this.
then I like lift her hand. I'm like, right there.
Can't read. I can't see. Okay,
You
boop.
hit the button, and a colorless blue projection of a hologram of a face pops up over the console below the windshield. It is a very overweight Twi'lek. He has a huge beard, but most noticeably, the breathing apparatus strapped around his mouth, tied to a backpack on his back that is always emitting a constant well, let's see. I see a blind girl in front of me. That must be... Oh, don't tell me. Ezra, the future seer. The Grand Mistress told me about you, of course. If it
Oh,
is
did
you,
she?
and you are on a 10-person ship, you certainly don't know 10 people. This must be Javan. Javan's squad either way. There must be 5 of you if the droid came along. Javan himself would have answered, so he is not here. He has sent 4 children and a droid to speak with me. Am I anywhere in the ballpark?
Yeah, you said you owe him a favor, and that you'd know which one, and that you'd have to help us.
Well, didn't think the favor would be coded already. I mean... Alright, you know what? You're not bored with me. I need to speak with all of you.
Okay. Make it so, pilot and navigator. Isn't that right, Captain?
Indeed, number 2. Number 1, I guess.
Oh boy.
I'm number 2.
Control of your ship is ripped away from you as this blue one catches you in tractor beams. There's no visible lights flashing, just control of your ship is lost. You float gingerly forward, eventually connect with his ship, and doors open, you can walk on. Mm-hmm. The ship itself is actually designed almost exactly like Javan's, except this one. Those sound effects.
I know, right?
Nice.
Ooh. This ship is pristine, and this looks like the arena of a diplomat. There are paintings on the walls, plants on the floor, on little stands. There's many chairs and couches. All of these things are bolted directly down so they don't slide around, even in aggressive flight maneuverings. Gon walks out, sees the lot of you, and before you can do anything, pow, you find his old arms wrapped around you. Mm-hmm. Gives you a hug and a pat on the back.
Yeah, she seems appreciative. Like, she likes Gon.
Things are going well.
She just looks like more like emotional than she's been with pretty much anybody. Nah, it's not going well. We've been sent here for a favor on Javan's part.
And since you're here, I'm assuming he didn't tell you what that favor was.
Of course not. You know him. Doesn't tell you
I know
what you're
him
going
better
to do.
than most. He is a good student. The best student, actually. I've only ever had two, but he is definitely within those top two.
Heard he has an immaculate body.
No, he takes his training seriously. You should have seen him when he was 4 years old, jumping around with his little training saber, saying he was going to be the battle master one day. Imagine my surprise when he actually did it at age 14. Wow. Come in, sit.
Yep, come in, sit.
He plops down, releasing an old... the machine at his side. Giovanna, you know mechanics. You can roll me a spot check or a repair check.
All right, I'll do that. 12.
12. His breathing apparatus is rather unique. It is welded on. They've welded plates of metal over the air intake and the air out. The air in and the air out. Those are both welded over, so there's no new or old air involved in this.
Yes, he lives off either carbon dioxide or some other gas. Mr. Mann, can you explain to me this breathing apparatus? Gon, you are the bee's knees, and we love you. Mr. Gon, may I call you? You prefer just Gon or Mr.?
Used to Master in the Jedi Order, but Gon works just fine.
I'm so sorry. New to this whole Padawan thing. I'm improving though.
Wait, Javan? He must. No one else could take you, but him. I can't believe it. It's been 6 years.
We shared hot pockets. I told a story about trees. I have a rant.
You told him a story, didn't you?
Yeah, but my question for you, Gon, is what's with your breathing apparatus being covered up and plated intake and outtake? There's no fresh juice coming through there.
Oh yes, just the same old. It does filter it. It turns it back into oxygen. Can't subsist entirely off of carbon dioxide for too long.
Can't go wrong with the classics.
Just
I like it.
Just call me a hypochondriac, a paranoid old man. I'm sure it's nothing.
Yeah.
Now, as to why you are here, calling in a favor of this magnitude, could only possibly mean Javan thinks he's in over his head, and he is a prideful shit. What in the world makes him think? What in the hell makes him think he's in over his head?
Well, we need a master tactician, and we were told you're the man to see for tactics.
That's correct.
The Jedi haven't used tactics since the war was over 60 years ago, and I put an end to that war, let me assure you. There hasn't been one since, so I think I did a pretty
We also
thorough
need
job.
an Inquisitor, and we hear you're the guy no one expects the Twilight Inquisition. But
Not when he's fat and has a beard, anyway. What do you need inquised?
well, did you hear about that mission with the Ardians and the diplomat?
Oh yes, Javan was given one planet to look over, some small moon in the outer rim. Meanwhile, I'm looking over 8 planets simultaneously. But did you see them sending me a squad to help me with? No. But that's
You're
because
very
Javan
into
needs all the
yourself
help.
there, Mr. Gon, Master Gon. That's,
I kick
Not very Jedi, I think.
Giovanni in the shin a little bit when he says that.
He's got a code to follow, man! He's setting a bad example for me.
Respectful. I look at him.
I'm not being
it's just my
prideful,
master,
it's
he's
just-
shit-mouthing.
No. Javan is the most talented person in the entire Jedi Council. If we would have
Yeah,
had
damn
him
right.
during the war, he would have ended it himself. But, I'm not tooting my own horn or anything. Apologies
That
if it
would be
comes
a
across
sin.
that way. He's
You can
looking
toot as
after
much
the
as you
planet
like.
of Ardia. You're no longer on Ardia, you got your diplomat.
Yeah,
You
but he's
brought
gonna
him
die
back?
in 3 days. So we're trying to prevent that.
He's going to die in 3 days.
Yeah.
You've seen so with
from
your
a-
future vision.
from a lightsaber wound.
Not now. This is getting interesting. Let's see. Yes,
died
I
in 3
understand.
days.
You went back. You went to hand him off. Senator Bolera, the Quirmian. He must have been the one. That's the only thing that would set Javan on end like this.
Oh, he was enraged.
He was really
crushed
mad.
a couch.
Yeah, my
Our
couch.
best couch.
Not very Jedi-like, from my
It
experience.
was not. It was not. Very rash.
He does not feel this rash unless he feels very, very strongly that he is correct. He has accused Senator Bolera of multiple occasions on trying to not undermine the Jedi Temple, mind you, but to directly, personally undermine him. Completely unfounded, but now you think that Senator Bolera, or at least Javan does, has something to do with the vision of this man dying.
Yes.
But he does.
Real shifty feeling.
Well, that's only his hunch. We're not entirely sure if we're going in blind to what's happening with the Elder.
Javan's hunches do not always bear fruit, pal. And a tactician cannot do his job blind.
Ooh.
Tell you what, I am just about done here, and there seems to be no major incidents I can think of. I have 2 sites to check on in my 8 planets, and as soon as they're checked on and done, I will go back to Coruscant and help Javan with whatever it is he needs. In order to maximize efficiency, I will be going to one, and I need you to go to very specific coordinates on the other. It will be a long, large, grassy field. You will tell me what it is you can see. I expect you will
course.
be able to see grass and nothing else. If that is the case, we can go back to Coruscant immediately.
I'm sure this will be quick.
Well,
Should we get
yeah,
on?
this sounds super quick and easy.
The whole
What
time
could
he's been
possibly go
talking.
wrong?
That's
Well,
exactly what I was thinking.
The whole time he's been talking, Spore's been kind of like examining, like, you know, the breathing apparatus and everything attached to him. I don't know if if it's worth him investigating further. Like, he would understand something about the medical ramifications of it or why it's there.
It would seem probably that he either he really likes his air, and he likes his air being kept to himself. He doesn't want to be sharing everyone else's.
I get that.
I
away
have sent
from
over
false
some
flavor
coordinates to you.
types.
What's that?
Nothing.
I've sent some coordinates over to your ship. If you will check that out, please. I will go check out mine on the far side of the asteroid belt. You can check yours out on this side. Then we will meet back here, go to Coruscant. All is well.
Alright, gang. Let's go.
Has Jarvan given you any kind of communication devices? I do like to keep in contact.
We have these.
Yeah. These things in our ears.
If you will allow him, he will get tuned to your frequency so he can talk to you as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Javin and the Elder are too far away now at this point. They do not work on internet signals or anything. They shoot out their own private signals that works within the atmosphere of a planet.
More like radio frequencies. Less. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we return to our ship.
Yep, you better believe it.
Yeah. Let's
Right,
go check
right
out this
on.
really boring grassy field. That's gonna be so quick and simple.
You pull up the coordinates and we'll get going.
That's what I'm doing. We're gonna pull up these coordinates and we're gonna track right over there. All right, take us away, pilot.
All right.
Robo Dad.
Good job, number 2.
All right, so I need to do another roll for piloting?
Yeah, pilot check. Let's see it.
Okay.
Oh, here
10
we go.
is just good enough. You guys hit the ground pretty hard.
I'm
But-
still reeling from the loss of my couch, okay? Just give me a break.
Rip couch.
Rip couch.
You land in what appears to be a large grassy field. There is quite a bit of foliage on this planet. There's lots of trees and bushes. None of them nearby, however. On the very horizon, on your farthest stretches of your vision. Besides that, the grass, you can step out. The air here is breathable. This is an inhabited planet. There are sentient species running cities. This is not too far away from a city. You could get there quick enough, but you can't quite see it from where you're at. You can see perfectly flat grass. A little bit of undulation here or there, a little hill or so. And then trees, eventually, surrounding this clearing.
Checks out.
Gon's communications getting a little staticky as he approaches the furthest away he can be. Gonna be communication distance for a minute. Just take a look around. Tell me anything strange.
I don't see anything.
Mm-mm.
Those of you who
Force-
want to explore and spot can.
Yeah,
Yep.
Sport just starts looking in the dirt and like,
I'll just kind of like just get a lay of the land a little bit.
I'll check it
Oh.
out.
I
Oh,
will crit.
or
know what,
you
I'll-
really
I'll-
like
What do you
dirt.
like?
I mean, he's fixated on the dirt right now. Getting samples, gathering samples, putting them away.
I'll use my crit. So that'll be my.
With a 25, Ezla, you can feel the slight life coming from the grass that all plants have. You're waddling forward. Your little walking stick doesn't catch on something. It does catch on your shoe, just enough to trip you up, not to make you fall, but to make you stumble a little bit. With your roll of 25, you will be able to bend down and feel what made you trip. It's
not natural. It's not dirt. It's not leaves and grass. It's metal. Very rough, rusty metal by the feel of it. How? You are the only person that spots what you see. You're looking around, you see the perimeter of this area, the trees. You're getting a good view of your surroundings, getting your bearings first, as any Mandalorian would do. And as you do, a little waver in the air catches your eye. Looking up, you see a shimmer. The shimmer you could only see with a nat 20. The sun just perfectly hitting a cloaked ship, hovering above the trees in the distance. Not moving, not going anywhere. Perfectly content where it is. To all other eyes, it is completely invisible.
I'm gonna walk just kind of like nonchalantly back to Spore. Or no, who's yeah, go to Lyra. I'll go to Lyra.
Spore's just like looking at dirt.
And I'll just kind of like, just as casually as possible, like, there is a cloaked ship over there. That's not normal.
Over where?
I'll kind of like gesture a little bit to the direction.
I like
Just-
kind of like do that, yeah, and like, whoo, like look over.
You'll need to roll me a spot check.
Oh no. Let's see.
You can use your 20. Oh,
yeah.
Agent 403, thank you for the subscription. With a nat 20, you can point out a little wavy lines. It's like you're back on Ardia. It's like the waves you would see in the air of a hallucination or a mirage in the desert. But it is very isolated in the shape of a ship. It is damn near invisible. If you peel your eyes away, it takes you a minute to find it again.
Like, oh, you meant that ship. I already saw it. What should we do?
Just wait until, just act normally until we can
Act
come back in contact with Khan. Just keep everyone within sight. I don't want anyone here wandering off.
How
If anything
tall
were
is
to
this
happen.
grass?
We turn around to look. Where's Ezra?
Shin height on Ezla, just a little above knee.
So it's like 4 feet tall. So yeah, I tripped and
Not
fell.
at
So
all.
you're like, just keep everyone in sight, and you don't see me at all.
Like,
Where's Ezra?
A minute. Where'd she go?
Well, Spore saw her fall because he's down on the ground looking at dirt. So he goes and picks her up and puts her on his back.
No,
as
I
per
found a
usual.
thing. I found a thing. It's Rusty.
Wait, what
She's
thing?
holding a sword in her hands.
Oh, put that
Yes.
down. Put that down.
Oh, that's safe.
The handle of the sword.
You're the
Half of a
tetanus, Put it
blade.
down.
It is
Oh,
the handle of a sword and a half of a blade. It
Do I have
looks,
tetanus now?
No.
by a quick observation, to have been here. You know aging metal better than most Spore. You know when metal things are left on a planet for too long. It's been well over 100 years.
Well, Spore takes it from her before she gets
No,
like
no.
very delicately, by the way. So she just give me this. I'll give it back. I will give it back.
You're gonna if you give it back, that's fine.
Yeah. So he takes
I wanna
it.
feel it out.
No, please don't touch it. No. He's
How
mental
else am I
note to
supposed
give her a tetanus shot later. Can I do any sort of check? I don't know what that would be to be able to determine where it's from or anything. Is there any sort of check for that?
If you have some kind of relevant knowledge, maybe. If
I just
not,
know about
roll me an intelligence.
midichlorians. I just know a lot about midichlorians. Let me tell you. All right, let's just do that. Oh boy.
Ooh. Yeah.
I should probably
Oh,
just
no.
have used my 20, but you know, it a sword.
You got a rusty broken sword here.
I tripped on it.
It's true. And I just hold it out like, do any of you know where this came from? Or would you know? Or Pow, you're stabby, do you know?
Yeah.
Approximately
Can
over there.
I make a profession mercenary check? Knowledge check?
Yeah.
All right, I'll just roll. See. Cool. So that is 13.
13.
+2.
You can't tell anything about the sword besides the break is relatively new. The actual sword itself is too old to be in your database of knowledge.
Okay. I'll tell Sport. This isn't. I don't recognize what kind of sword this is, but this break happened recently.
Maybe it broke when I tripped on it. Can I look for the other part? I feeling around
No.
in the dirt.
No, stop. No, you're on my back.
Spot check.
I have put you on my back.
Space tennis. No.
Space tetanus, no.
No, I don't. I want to know what the other half feels like.
Okay.
With a 13, you're able to find something else made out of metal. Ezla lifts a hand up with a blaster pistol in it.
Oh.
What?
Oh. Take that away from her.
I'm an archaeologist, guys. I just dig in
no.
the dirt and I find stuff.
Like,
What's this
Lyra
do?
turns around and she's like,
What is
what? How do you... She's just... Where did you find that?
In the dirt.
Giovanna, what have you been doing?
I think she's a magician at this point.
A sword.
Like,
A blaster
every
pistol.
time she goes down, she comes up with something new. I want to make a spot check in the dirt, and I'm going to use one of my nat 20s.
Ooh.
Nat 20, you start digging around and the dirt here is really soft. It gives way very easy. There's quite a bit of muck and mud. The ship's sunk in
I
about
love
an
it.
inch. Not enough to stop you from taking off easily, but you feel metal. If you're going to spend a nat 20, you get your hands around it. You pull out a long cylinder out of the mud. You start cleaning it off. You see buttons, electronics, and quickly realize you're holding the battle end of a lightsaber directly at your face.
Alright, I am proficient in lightsaber, so I'm not going to shoot it through my eye. I want to see if it turns on.
You turn it away from yourself, hit the power button, and sure enough, a long green blade jets forth. You all see Giovanna igniting lightsabers.
Oh, this
That
is
sounds
fun.
cool.
I'm a Jedi!
Oh, I'm backing away. I'm backing as far away from Giovanna as possible.
Alright,
Pal, as you back away
Throw
and you
something
see
at
him
me.
activate
I
the
wanna see if I can
lightsaber,
cut
you
it
can
in
also...
half.
I throw a
Lyra,
stone
let's
at him.
fight.
This
Alright,
is the
alright.
worst case
There-
scenario. This is the worst case scenario.
What?
How do I...
Spore throws
Alright.
a rock at Giovanna's head.
Oh,
As you
definitely.
back away, after the lightsaber ignites, you can see that cloaked ship starts to move, and it starts to move towards
I
you.
got 12 to cut the rock.
So, because I have no idea, I want to dig in the dirt again, but this time I'm gonna pick up a plant, like dig up the roots of a plant, and be like, Spore, this is for you! Because you like
Spor's just like, how did you get off of my back? Get the
Well, this
back.
is
You pay
going
attention
on,
for like
I,
1
like,
second, and she
see the ship.
she goes. Yeah.
There's
oh.
no seatbelt. I just keep climbing down.
Down.
Did the ship fly away or just move?
It's moving toward us, I think.
It was our
That's
own
what we-
ship. It flew away. No.
Oh, our...
Shit.
What? No.
No.
Big ship is moving towards us.
It would not shock me in the least. So what's going on with that ship?
Yeah, because I don't think
It's
the
approaching.
rest of us see it. Can we
Approaching.
see it?
I don't have no idea.
Okay, be like, guys, stop messing around. There is a cloaked
Fine,
ship
I
moving
climb back
towards us.
on.
At cool, don't stare at it. Don't stare. It's just
I
over
just-
there.
I never stare at
I
anything.
like don't point directly at it, but I'm just like, it's
Do we want to
behind
try to
Spore,
contact
just
it from
don't.
our ship?
It's behind.
Like,
He starts
yeah.
like.
Like Gon's in.
I hold
in
Spore's
out of
head forward, like,
communications.
don't look.
I'll just stand there.
Oh,
I'll just
no.
kind of like get ready.
It's coming closer, and all we have is like a beat up lightsaber and a blaster pistol with a
I got
blind
it.
chick.
Yes, Spor's got the rusty sword. Like.
I'll trade you.
Everything
know.
is
Strider.
Giovanna,
yeah,
maybe
training
that's your
saber.
sister.
What's
How?
that?
Yeah,
Maybe
hand
she
me
could
the
go to her
lightsaber,
sister.
G.
Lyra, you
Oh,
have your training
quiet.
saber. Giovanna, you have this green one you found. Pow, you have whatever weapons you carry
I have my
around
rifle.
on you.
Yeah.
You guys don't see uncloaking of a ship, but your attention is drawn to where it's coming from. Not from the sound, but from the light. 2 little flares, 2 flashes, fire, rockets are flying towards your current location. And I think
really?
that would be a perfect place to pick up 1 week from today.
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna die.
Before we die.
yeah.
They're gonna shoot.
Yeah, so-
They're gonna shoot the Jedi first. The Jedi with the lightsaber.
Oh,
Like
for
I
sure.
Well, I
said,
was
mission,
gonna-
like
I was gonna turn off the lightsaber use move object and chuck it to Lyra when I get a good chance. First, I've gotta get a feel for it.
Oh god.
Thank you for those of you who stuck around, or for those of you who came in the middle and started watching our show with us. Lots of seeds are being planted. They have many people to look for, many mysteries to unravel, and right now, lots of rockets to avoid. One of those things might take precedence over the others. I had fun. Let's go around the cast and crew one last time. Tell us if you enjoyed yourself, and also where we can find you online. Grant, Mr. Giovanni, how was tonight's session?
I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I thought we had a fair mix of shenanigans and drama, and yeah, I really enjoyed the session. You can find me online on Twitter at WisePapaGrant, on Twitch at Grant R. Ellis. I'm on about 9 or 10 different shows right now, so I recommend just going to my Twitter and looking at my current banner. I will be at gaming conventions all over the country this summer. You can find me at GexCon, Gen Con, PAX Unplugged, Origins, and like 3 or 4 others that slip my mind. But yeah, stay cool, my friends.
That is straight out of the mouth of Mr. Hakuna Matata himself.
Ugh.
Kayla, how is Sport dealing with these shenanigans?
Poorly. He's not going to be over that couch thing for quite a while. That's gonna hurt him dearly.
oh my god.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I can be found online at just my username that is shown on whatever side it's on, or above me, or whatever. And yeah, I do a lot of art. I do a lot of comics and stuff like that. And this music's real distracting. That's find me later.
Check Kayla out. She has Art of Spore, of course, and many other characters, not from Star Wars, but from all kinds of things. I would highly suggest checking it out. I'm a little bit of a fanboy, though. Amber, Lyra, you having fun? What do you think of tonight's session?
It is great. It's a perfect mix of Spice Girls, rave dancing, and impending doom. So I'm
That
looking
was the
forward
best
to see
review
what
I've ever received.
90s all over again.
But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at @furore_DND. I'm here on Wednesdays playing Star Wars with you lovely people. And then I DM a Curse of Strahd campaign, which is coming to its final session next month. They're going to fight Strahd. It's going to be awesome. You can find pictures on my Twitter. Otherwise, that's all I do online.
Ooh, fighting Strahd is one of my favorite pastimes.
Mm-hmm.
Normally doesn't go too well, though. So good luck
Nope.
to...
It's not gonna
Good luck
really
to
go
that
well for
team.
them.
Shauna, how is Pow, and more importantly, how are you? What do you think of tonight?
Doing good. Enjoying a little mix of diplomacy, kind of sneaking around, and what is apparently like leading up to terrifying combat. Pow is not excited though. Pow is trying so hard to keep everybody alive, and everyone is swinging lightsabers around. And there's a cloaked ship. But yeah, playing Flying Cirrus on Twitter, and hosting Waffle Talk on Power Score RPG's channel, where we talk about dice camera action directly after the episodes at 9 p.m. on Power Score RPG's channel, which also airs on the it's rehosted by the D&D channel on Thursdays for Into the Birdcage at 7 p.m.
So many things from so many of these talented people to check out, but I highly suggest checking out all of those things Shauna mentioned. You have a whole week until our next episode, so that gives you time to check out at least a couple of these. If I had all the time in the world, I still would not be able to compete with her schedule. Lindy, Ezla, what'd you think of tonight's session? You having fun?
Awesome.
Being your wacky blind girl?
Yeah, I love my wacky blind girl so much. I crack myself up with all the blind jokes I get to make because they're true, but they're not. And antagonizing our wonderful droid dad, droid mom, is always that's Ezla's favorite pastime. But she also really wants Spore's acceptance at the same time. It's hard being 12 years old. I really liked pretending to be a droid as a blind girl. That was a lot of fun. Can't wait to see what else we can dig up in the dirt. Hopefully dodge some rockets next week. But you can find me online at LaughLoveLindy on Twitch and Twitter. Sundays, I'm on WebDM's channel in the afternoon doing RPGN. It is an awesome, super duper cool clip show where we highlight all the different channels that are doing stuff throughout the week. So submit clips because it's super great. Sunday evenings, Grimjack21502's channel with wonderful Strider Heap as well. We're playing Pulp Cthulhu, and it's the season finale this coming Sunday. So buckle up.
We're all
It's gonna
going
be
to die.
intense. Oh no. Nothing on Mondays yet. Tuesdays. Tomes and Tentacles podcast from Encounter Roleplay gets released. It's a Call of Cthulhu horror, really kind of like a radio drama. It's super cool. Tuesdays, my channel in the evenings, Running Out of the Abyss. It's a lot of fun. We're getting close to fighting some demon lords. Wednesdays, here practically all day, I get a little 3-hour break between the Call of Cthulhu that happens in that afternoon and this wonderful Star Wars game, and I love it. Then on Thursdays, you can find me again on WebDM's channel with the wonderful Grant Ellis, where we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, and it's a lot of fun. And then on Friday, you can find me back on Grimjack21502's channel for some Firefly RPG. And then lastly, but definitely not least, Power Score RPG every other Saturday for shenanigans and games. Oh, also this Saturday on Scraticus's channel, really fucking early in the morning, I'm running Pirates of Paradise Part 2, and there's going to be shenanigans. It's going to be great.
And I think we're also going to stream live from Castle Mac while we're down
Are
there.
we? So yeah, then you'll see me and Grant hanging out together, maybe.
They told me to prepare an adventure, and they're like, we can't have Grant there and not stream him DMing, so we'll see what happens.
Awesome. We'll take selfies.
That should be enough content to last at least until this time next week, which is exactly where I and this entire illustrious cast will be. I love the opportunity to tell silly stories, sing fun songs, and do as many possible terrible voices as I can. So until then, that has been Rise of the Dark Side. Please come back next time to see what the heck's going to happen and what it is going to take to kill these little kids and their robot. Until then, try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be here singing show tunes. Wait.
Good night,
So
everyone.
distracting.